Hello. We're loading in. I think we're about to load in. Felt a hitch there in the frame. There we go. Cool. Sorry I'm late, everybody. We're gonna try and get in there as soon as we can. I've been sort of out of it lately. I haven't had a lot of time to get shit ready. Or be too present. But I'm working on it. I let my stuff charge a little bit. I didn't charge it before, session was actually fucking starting, so that's part of why I'm late, is like I needed to let my stuff charge. I've eaten a little bit. I was gonna eat more, but unfortunately I missed that opportunity. It's now raining outside, and the only food I would have to go outside to get. It's storming out there, so I'm at least heavy rain. So I ate a little bit. I ate something I had, a little dessert thing, and I'll eat more afterward. I do have water though, so that's good. I'm hydrated. All right. The fucking thing went off again. It just flashed green. What the hell? All right. Let's go figure out where everybody is. I know there's a class today, so they might be at that already.
Dead.
It was just on the ground?
No.
No. No.
I don't want to know. Never mind.
She was, yeah.
He was testing
you know what?
regeneration.
Here.
TLDR.
What?
Victor was involved. There you go. That's all you need to know at this point.
We're flaying
Look at
each
the damn
other
Bible.
for regeneration training.
A cadet that's
Oh.
no longer here.
Okay.
No longer happening. But it happened.
Okay.
Until they got in trouble. And then it didn't.
Oh, that's right. They did.
What?
You could say that, yes. We both have
I'll
lives
take
that we
that
need to
way.
attend to.
At least for now. You get your things settled out first, and then we continue from there.
Did I miss a bell?
But you let me know what you actually let me worry about what father needs to know. He finds out about this, though, it's over for you.
Wow. Dave.
Did I miss a bell or something?
No.
No, there's just a
No.
lot of people here early because
Oh.
they're being early birds, even though none of them are birds
We're rioting in
Uh-huh.
the streets.
Sister.
that I'm aware of.
That's the sister.
Rioting in the streets as usual.
There's two of them.
Flora,
Yeah,
are
that's
you
what
a
I said.
bird?
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That's Zachary, the one with the cloak.
Because you are
Right.
early.
And the
No,
ears.
could be
Sorry,
early.
I didn't define it.
Saw them earlier.
Mhm.
What people used to call me,
Mm.
you know, not one.
You know, common
you
sense
still
is
Very
like-
straightforward. His
Well,
thought process is very simple,
I'm a
but
little more down.
he means well.
Had a brief moment of
Mhm.
vertigo.
This is
Not
Prez.
much.
Wow.
Really funny if that's
It's
Cortez's
good to
sister.
meet you.
It reads like
Lovely hair.
conversation
Rosalina
of a-
Cortez.
Yeah.
A pleasure.
Oh, that's so
Thank you.
funny. Considering I think
I
this
assume the two of you are
Well,
related.
apparently
then.
now there are lots of earlies.
Unfortunately, but you know, takes time for perfection being the second born.
Very
No
Of course,
longer
yes.
able to be. No longer able to come see. I mean, I could give you. I
As
could
I
give you
explained before,
earplugs.
I'm the hunter of the family and she's the political head. So have fun with that. Oh, right. The blue squad is the political types, at least in name. Right? You guys are the political types? You're the
Considering
diplomats.
every
Nice to meet you.
negotiation the
His
school has had to do for the
introductions are
last 3
very
years I've led,
brief.
yes.
Called you president.
Great.
Coretta,
You'll
correct?
love my sister's
Oh,
job
that's
titles.
I
my
give
name
you a
is
Valdi,
Coretta. Yes, the president title
Yes.
is more
But she was
of a
able to pull
nickname
strings with the
now,
hunters about tracking that
as
manticore,
I used
so
to
at
be
least I can
the
get that.
class president back in our
Oh,
other
but-
academy.
There's the morning thing isn't here.
Oh, professor.
You friends with him?
We're supposed to talk about that
Mm.
after.
Good morning, cadets.
Good morning.
I'd say we are at least acquaintances.
He hasn't made a year yet, so I
Oh, come on,
He has
Perez,
proven
what about
reliable many
Perez?
times.
The more people
Do you
talk,
need-
just that.
Okay, you got this.
Sir, do you need help? Oh, not.
I can.
All right, professor.
Like I said,
Is
for
That's
sure.
useful.
Well, that was very
Short
impressive.
sentences.
And what are you learning to
Oh,
pleasure to
my
meet you,
ears.
and I hope
Fuck around and find out, headmistress.
I didn't need those ears.
So, where do I need
Sit
to
with
stand?
them or the back of the open chair on my squad. That would work.
Oh, I get to sit next to my brother. What are we, preschool? Of course. Like I would
I
miss
mean, one
the
of the
chance to
empty
hang out
seats.
with you. Well, you pick a seat, I sit next to you. It's as simple as that.
Uh huh.
It's magic.
The heck is that?
All of them count.
hmm.
We can't discount what we can do.
Oh,
The only one saying that, right?
oh yeah.
What?
Morning, professors.
Small person over there.
The small glowy thing.
Pretty
It
sure it's
looks like
person.
some type of sea creature.
It's cute, whatever it
An
is.
important one at that.
whoever
Compared to
they are.
professors.
stand on the other side, just so it's even.
They're hidden behind Flora, but I have no clue what they are.
No idea.
Doing ice giant things on the way in.
Lang, good morning.
Leneth, morning. Any news?
Nope.
Who's the blue one?
All right.
As usual, Vanguard being Vanguard.
Please be seated. Hello, cadets. As you can see, we have a couple of guests with us. I expect you to treat them with respect and assist them where need to be.
And that order on my side.
Today you will have a lesson by the professor. Would you like to explain a bit beforehand?
You're both late. Demerits for both of you.
Yes, good evening, or morning, whichever. Today we're going to be having a lesson on some of the creatures that we may be encountering in Northern Valandor.
I love how people outside.
There is also a new book that has been ordered in, so we'll be having you grab those once we're in the lecture halls. We'll probably head to... I don't remember which is on which side. I'll just pick Ignis.
Fitting.
Right.
Alrighty. Alright.
Being pulled into another plane.
Don't fall out of your chair.
On a completely separate note, a quick reminder that the Alchemy Lab is able to be utilized by students. However, I would like to be informed at this moment, the Alchemy Lab is being locked. I am the only one with the key. If you wish to utilize the lab, please come see me. That is all.
I'm gonna explode it when it's
No
more.
more surprise things. Great, now that I have to grab a key to do my stuff. This is why we can't have nice things. I swear, if your letter arrives past...
Let's
June-
please. He is clearly trying to fix his hips. Give him a moment.
Yes, you have something
He's tripping over that chair for the longest time.
from
I think he just needs a new chair at this point.
Meanwhile, is there, Very well. If there's nothing else, I'm forgetting for the moment. No, I believe we're all right. Very well. If you would all dismiss yourself to the Ignis lecture hall, yes?
Going to ignore the blue elephant in the room?
So
Or
do
rather,
be on your
small blue
best
elephant?
behavior in front of our... And do be on your best behavior while we have guests in this academy. Dismissed.
That should be easy enough.
Oh, it floats. No fun.
What? Oh,
Never
the
mind,
chair?
don't worry about it.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
We
Ow!
it was. I watched
Oh no, they're trying to skip class.
an unstoppable object meet when he met the stairs earlier.
That's new.
Oh.
As long as it feels alright to stand now. Just stand up.
Oh, that's the other ghost.
Why are you trying to?
She's from home.
What'd you say your name was? I want to seem
They
smart and
look
remember
regal.
it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's always fun to hear. It's great.
Regular
What do you mean?
patrols as usual.
Okay.
Of course.
But that's now.
I'm going to review
What?
the information, so I'll leave this to you.
Man.
Well, welcome to
Right, classrooms. Feel free to take a seat at empty slots.
They assigned or something?
Not really. Just everybody takes a seat where they need to.
She did say it. I remember they said it. Cortez was introducing her to someone. My brain's just been a bit fucking fuzzy lately when it comes to remembering things, which is unusual for me. So I've been informed, because I did not have the same school experience as some, that there's a stair rule where you're not supposed to look down, apparently. And there's like a girl in front of you.
Yes.
Observation platforms, of course.
Remember, I have to follow wherever you're going, so...
I have to keep that in mind to not just stare down when I'm going down the stairs.
It doesn't matter.
Interesting, given it's our turf. See what we're going over.
Is it walking up? I thought it was walking down. Or maybe it's just both.
He's on the shelves to the left. My left.
Ooh, we get to learn about home.
Excuse me. That should be enough.
Book.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh. Yeah, get the book. Gotta wait till everyone gets their copy and then I'll...
No, you're
One
like
of
one of
the
those
other
birds.
if anyone has
They
trouble.
just scream, but it's with book.
Book appreciated.
Who's handing them out?
Buck.
Take. Sorry. Here.
Thank you,
you have this one.
Morgan.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh. Thank you. Makes this a little smoother.
I think that makes things easier. Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you, might as well line up.
Oh, one of those things. Fun.
Go ahead, Dars.
Love when they put the title things
Shouldn't worry
that
too
could,
much
you
about
know,
those ones, Cadet
kill you immediately. It's always fun
dude.
like that.
You don't have to apologize.
Perfectly suited
We're
to
here
dealing with
learning together.
Thank you.
Minor.
Hey,
Oh, let's go sneak in a fist pump.
Oh,
Damn it.
all right.
Michelle.
I'm with you.
Yes.
Okay, boy.
Let's take our fucking table.
Oh, what's joy?
Thank you very much. Yoink.
Alright.
Right, I guess
And the last one.
table has
Oh, maybe
been
not.
stolen.
Yep.
Alright.
That's Professor.
I'm gonna go up here.
Do you want one
because
too,
I can.
Professor?
Sure.
I'm a little curious.
Those little
We have migrated tables.
Be nice.
It
Yeah.
seems that we
We left for 1 second.
They'll fire
Thank
right
you.
ranks.
We left for 1 second. The same problem.
I thought you were going to tell me, look, these are words like no shit.
Oops. Here's Zach. Zach.
Always a joy you are, my dear. I should give up being political and be a comedian, huh? I'm very funny.
Oh god, my.
Seems like everyone has their books
I wish
now.
my fourth dimensional eyes would read this, but everything's blurry. Oh, okay, let's have to.
Well, you and me too. It's gonna be
There we go.
painfully focused.
Yeah, my fourth dimensional glasses won't fit in my Ekvir thing. Just won't work. So I have to suffer the consequences.
Alright,
Must
everybody.
upgrade your eyes.
If you are
That's
ready,
right.
we will begin. If you could turn
Can-
to the first
yeah.
chapter. So, the very first creature that we are going to be
Agony
potentially dealing with
ants.
up in northern Valandor while we're busy in Fallbrook. One that I find to be potentially the most important, but not really the most dangerous, but the most important nonetheless, in my opinion, are the Agni ants. Agni ants are actually originally native to Erie and the savannas south of Erie. They made their way into northern Valandor some time ago on cargo vessels. As trade commonly does, it brings cats and rats and all sorts of creatures to different continents where they don't quite belong. These have been especially troubling considering their properties. They're a very invasive species. Agni ants are slightly elemental, not in that they have any origin in the elemental planes as far as we know, but in that they use their affinities and are capable of utilizing them in their venom specifically. While bug bites often feel like they burn, Agni ant bites actually burn, albeit very little, at least by our reckoning, given our size. However, they have been known to swarm small rodents and even up to small animals if they get too close to their mounds, and enough bites can cook the creature if bitten too much, which is a not very fun death for that creature. Fortunately, they don't usually attack in numbers large enough to severely harm a creature human-sized or larger, unless you are unfortunate enough to trot on one of their mounds. However, their mounds do tend to be fairly large and the soil they dig up bright red, so you shouldn't easily step on one if you pay attention. If you do run into an Agni ant mound, it is advised that you try to destroy it promptly. The best methods are poisoning or freezing the mound completely. There's currently a standing bounty with the Adventurers Guilds, Hunters Guilds, and it is being backed by Cross Allied Forces Gold for each mound taken out. as again they are a invasive species and they've done fairly significant damage to the local ecosystem on top of just the danger they pose to travelers trying to use the roads.
Yeah, it's a
So
good
if we
way to
locate
make some
any of
easy
those in
coin.
our travels up in Fallbrook or on the way to Fallbrook, we will be destroying those with prejudice.
Let me just read ahead.
Yeah, like the usual biters I'm not used to.
Do I get to claim the money when I get one?
Turn to the next section. We have a chapter on
These are
shades.
twisted beings originating from Shadowfell,
As far as I'm
manifesting in
aware
their true
from the
form.
skimming that I've done on your reports from previous excursions, you have run into some shades, though I don't believe of this type. The type that we're working on.
Shades. That's what we fought in Spirit Week, yeah.
As far as we can understand, shades originate from the Shadowfell. And specifically, the only regions that they're really prevalent in are locations that we believe to be closer to the Shadowfell, where the veil is thinner. Similar to how the veil is here, which is why our Spirit Weeks are usually very eventful. Speaking of Spirit Week, during Spirit Week they manifest especially strongly during within the Darklands, and as far as we know, this is the time in which they are captured usually. Some vampires have discovered a ritual, a process in order to bind these shades to flesh, which allows them to exercise some level of control over them, although this control is potentially dangerous for the vampire's health, as you can imagine the first thing a shade will do if it breaks free of its control is seek vengeance. They're rather wrathful creatures. Regardless, it is possible we will encounter some that are in the employ of vampires.
Guys, we can get a shade.
Potentially roaming free.
Guys.
If some have broken free of their captivity in the past. So we'll be keeping an eye out on those, and I believe, as you have all probably learned from previous encounters, shades cannot be harmed with physical weapons ordinarily. If you are faced with a shade that is hostile, which will probably be most of them, you should be attacking them with any magical weapons that you have, or spells that you have. Ordinary weapons will pass through them. There have been some beliefs passed around in the local region that silkstone specifically can ward off darker spirits, such as shades and shadows. These are unsubstantiated, however, so I don't advise you put too much stock in these, and definitely don't trust them to your safety.
Superstitious as
Turn to the
best.
next section.
What if we just bound like 100 shades and created an army?
Right. This next section is on gargoyles. Some of you may have heard of these, though what you've heard is likely more rumor than fact, unfortunately. One of those creatures that seems to
As I'm cooking with ideas right now.
have a fair bit of misinformation.
Okay.
It is important to note that not all gargoyles, if you have seen carved into cathedrals and churches, are not actually what we're talking about. Not always, anyway, though they are often hidden amongst those.
I was awakened by feeling
The
its
gargoyles
false
we are
arteries with
speaking about are
veins.
specifically
Veins of
constructs
blood.
created by vampires.
Blood magic complete. Awakened.
They are
Another task.
very
Guarding.
delicately
They do
crafted
one task.
pieces of art.
The Triumph Blood will attempt to return to its post and deactivate, returning the stone. Blades are practically useless against their stony exteriors, requiring blunt weapons to be used to smash them.
Without breaking it.
Turn to
Which
the
is a
blood.
very costly and time-consuming
Pull
effort.
I assume it means pull the blood from the
However,
waking gargoyle,
once a
starving and
gargoyle has
forcing
been
it to
carved into
deactivate.
its given form and the
The
arteries
skill
have been
required.
channeled,
Both to
there's a
carve the
process that can be
gargoyle's
done
body.
with blood magic and runes
To channel out its false
to
arteries and
turn it into
veins,
a
and the rune
construct
crafting needed to enhance the gargoyles
that
are
is
considered
capable of
fine works of
being
craftsmanship and
moving
art.
on its own, performing whatever task it was created for. Given how expensive
Let's just read ahead.
Not
Let's ignore him.
Not
That's what Leneth would
every
do.
house will have one, but many of the wealthier vampire houses will have at least a gargoyle, some several.
That's good to know. Diabats are large and very
If you do
rare
come into
creatures.
conflict with a gargoyle, one has been set to attack you or is set to defend a location that you are investigating and you need to enter. Obviously, blades will not do much good. Swords tend to just bounce off of stone. you'll want to use magic or blunt weapons. Alternatively, if you happen to have somebody amongst your ranks who can use blood magic, they could in theory drain a gargoyle of its blood, rendering it
What?
inert. Which is a less destructive way to deal with them and may anger fewer people.
I'm mono.
If you are worrying about angering whoever it belongs to anyway.
Yeah, it's Cortez' sister.
Which, given the situation we will be
blood.
walking into up there, we may actually be wanting to tread on eggshells around some. Alright, if you turn to the next section, this will be the final for today.
Despite their will, and perhaps in spite of
These
it,
will
many
be
vampires
touching
story
on
attempts to tame these
dire
creatures.
bats.
Whew, guys, we can get a flying mount.
Some of you may remember, I actually made allusion to these during our lesson on griffins some months ago. They are the force that tends to keep griffins from ranging too far into the north past the mountains and into the Darklands.
Don't want to hear their shriek when
Anything that
you
tries to venture over
silence
the
them.
mountains, including griffins, is usually very rapidly hunted down and killed. They are incredibly large, and as you might be able to tell based on the fact that they do hunt griffins. Very large, very dangerous. They stalk the mountains of the Darklands at night, and anyone who tries to pass will be hunted down and killed. There are not many dire bats left in the world. It's unlikely we will run into more than a handful, maybe 3 or 4 in the area that we are in, at most. Their numbers have been dwindling in recent years. However, they do hunt with fell bats, which are smaller creatures, though still about the size of a human. Each dire bat will often have a swarm of fell bats that it hunts with, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. If you see a swarm of very large bats, probably avoid the area unless you have to. The reason that their numbers have been dwindling over the years is actually that, again, some vampires have found ways to attempt to tame them, though I put air quotes around the word tame.
I forgot that books don't sync for a second. I fought that. She was still on page 1.
Escape their masters for lengthy periods of time, even after they've been captured. However, due to the difficulty, they've actually become a bit of a status symbol amongst high-ranking vampires. If one is using one as a mount, you can rest assured that they, at the very least, believe very highly of themselves. And for what it's worth, they have had the skill to wrangle one of these creatures that is worth something at least. It is an unfortunate side effect of this process, however, that, well, as I said, these dire bats do not take kindly to their capture. So if one's master does die, they usually become incredibly violent and will be very adamant in avoiding recapture. Because of this, they're usually put down shortly after their masters have been killed to avoid any unnecessary casualties. They're capable of killing even vampires once they're in this state. They're very, very aggressive.
Fucking true, Air.
If you do come across a
You just try and control all of these.
dire bat, rather, and you need to kill it, it is a bit
You know,
of a
fair
challenge.
enough.
Their hides are thick, which makes blunt damage a little bit difficult. You're going to want to try to pierce rather than cut. On top of that, you have to contend with their claws, their fangs, as well as their cry. Their cry is somewhat akin to that of a banshee.
What's a
not
weapon
nearly
that
as
can be
powerful or as
blunt,
long-range.
slashing, and piercing all at the
Creatures
same
that can
time? Like a
stun and disorient their
maybe
prey,
that's what I get.
and then allow their fell bats to swarm and kill.
No covering
If you
errors,
hear this cry, or
unfortunately.
you think you see one in the sky, it is best that you avoid conflict if you can. If you need to approach the area, approach in numbers, and report back before you do
Is it a
so.
poleaxe? Albert?
Other than that, that is all I believe I will cover from the book today. However, I do have some recommended reading. The Darklands, especially the further north you go into Valandor, but especially the Darklands, have been known historically for their issues with undead. Usually just disparate patches that have risen from different graveyards, improperly buried, things of that nature. So I would highly recommend that any of you in your free time, before we head out to Fallbrook, check out the book Undead, Bindings of Flesh and Bone. I'm aware there are several copies in the library, and what you read there may also prove useful. Until then, before I answer questions as well, quickly, you may have noticed I did not touch on vampires or werewolves at this time. We will be going over them in the cultures lesson, which there should be a follow-up in a few weeks, where I will go over their cultures and histories a little bit. So we'll have a bit more in-depth on them later, which is why I did not touch on them at all. But for now, if there are any questions. I see Cadet Rana.
Can you hear me at all, or do I need to come closer?
Yes, faintly I can.
I'll just stay a little closer, just in case. I just had a question about, do any of these creatures, are they good for any alchemical properties? Specifically the Agni ants?
I don't know how much research has actually gone into them, as most of the efforts have been on termination, but I'm sure we could requisition any writings that are relevant. We actually have a member of the Adventurers Guild present currently, so I'm sure they will be able to acquire any paperwork and have it mailed back here.
Okay.
If anyone knows
I
it
mean,
would be
I'm
them.
always
They've
for
been dealing with
collecting
them for years.
pincers in these sack.
Okay, thank you.
Many others?
But the shriek sack inside of the dagger bat.
Yes, Cadet Jamie. In theory, though I would
big
recommend
network
instead of
tunnel.
trying to turn it to stone and squish them all, because they will inevitably
She didn't say
some will
anything.
survive and dig out.
It's too far away.
They are weak to cold, so it is heavily recommended you try to freeze the mounds as thoroughly as possible. But in theory, if you did not have access to freezing, my suggestion would actually be trying to turn the area into mud with earth magic or water magic. It's not as effective, but it may smother some of them out. Be a bit more thorough than crushing, at least.
Drown as many as possible and kill the rest at the pop.
Any other questions?
You have one over here, I believe.
Yes.
There's mention of Starbucks,
Rise.
but they aren't gone over. I'm not research. Oh, you
Oh, sorry,
do?
Rise was holding her hand up as well, but you can go
Closer to
first.
me. I'm so sorry.
You first, you first.
All right.
They're talking
Bellbats.
to Spellbats. Yeah.
Yes, they're
not gone over.
mostly similar to just normal bats, but much larger.
Thank you,
coming
Brandon.
Close to the size of a human torso, wingspan.
That's too fucking
a
long,
little
man.
over arm's length, roughly. They don't have any special properties aside from the fact that they hunt with dire bats, although if you do get bit by one, I would recommend having it cleansed very thoroughly. They do not have any poisons, but their mouths are filthy, and you're definitely going to get an infection of some sort if you don't clean it quickly.
It's a bat and it's likely rabies. So.
Yes. And then,
Flappies.
your question, could I say?
The venom of those ants, other than, I guess, something to treat the burns, how would one neutralize the poison if someone got attacked and bit by them so that they aren't getting further hurt?
The main property of the venom is to cook, to heat up the area rapidly. So you would treat it similarly to a chemical burn. You would want to wash the surface off very thoroughly with a base and then treat the burn as if it was treat it like a chemical burn to get rid of the material that is causing the burn, but then from there it is an actual burn. So you would treat it like a burn from a fire.
So wash it first and allow it.
Yes, be wary of infection and all that.
Got it.
Any further? If that is all, then I believe we will call that the lesson. Yes. Thank you all for listening. And as I said, we will have a lesson on the cultures of the region soon. I just need to finalize some notes. Cross-referencing material. It's very hard to find anything accurate on the vampires.
You know, I'm surprised they
And I
try to
do hold
use them
them responsible for that.
big
for making
flappies.
my life a pain in the ass. Like
Is
the
it also
Royals,
gonna be penned by the same guy?
but
I think I'm glad there's no
I feel
ice
like it's gonna be a little bit on the
Yeah.
biased side if he's the one writing the book.
That would fuck me up.
Why not
Yeah,
just
that one
However,
don't do
he
that.
won.
There is a fair point.
It would just be bites and a pain in the ass. It's like,
Yeah,
stop
you'll
biting me.
sort of good against that. Just fucking smack them.
Wouldn't
I
that be
mean,
like any other history textbook?
sounds like we just freeze the mound and we're good, so I'm not too worried about those.
Well, this the bias is more.
We just have to keep an eye out.
Cast ice spell.
The rest of the stuff actually seems like a
Could only
concern.
make them hotter.
Like, think about how like the gargoyles. You need to, either find a way to smash them apart, right, or somehow one way of killing them is drawing the blood out. But not many people here know blood magic, as far as I'm aware.
You would just leave something out on purpose.
The only person who knows blood magic is Victor.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anything
So
nature-wise can learn. Anything
can't really deal with that very well. I mean, again, with the ants, we can
Look at you. You said
deal
you
with
learned
those
something
pretty
new. All
decently.
you could do is fire, right?
Yeah.
So like any species, they can learn something different. By the same person, though. Hmm.
We're just going to have to make sure that we don't fight these bats alone. Team up on
I could
them,
try to put
take
more
them out.
feelers out if you wish. See what we find. Any new documents, books, anything with new information that wasn't written by this person again?
I'm on the fence,
Yeah.
but probably not. Don't wait on me. I'm not exactly good at climbing mountains.
Okay.
Yeah.
Always
It's whatever. It's whatever that you forgot that I had an air finny. It's fine. It's whatever.
What do you think?
Like I don't want to. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. It's fine.
Well, at least once we cover vampires and werewolves.
It appears shortly after the explosion in Amberg, the noble faction officially declared war. There have been a large border war occurring in the Exvius Valley that separates House Lupton from House Asher. Battle lines have already been drawn, and the fighting has begun. Naval skirmishes around Amberg have been present, and the city is currently unknown to be occupied. There's no ruling faction in the city. Alright. Additionally, it appears as if Taldera is amassing forces on Bastion's border. So, unsure if they're going to be joining the Noble Alliance or if they're just taking a power grab, but it seems like your homeland might get directly invaded by Taldera.
Wonderful.
House Steiner and House Castell have not joined at all. Which means it's just House Asher and House Bastion versus Lupton and Duncan. Okay. There's no telling how this is going to go.
A lot going on.
Scary place right now.
Yeah, some.
Alright. Are you staying all the north?
I mean, wasn't Bell, he's off. Never mind. Class is over.
Hey, Mercy.
Take it as mine. Thanks. I miss anything important?
You've got a book to read.
There's a
We learned
There's a
about
book on
monsters of
creatures.
Valandor. Well, creatures of Valandor. I'm sure you'll be fine.
Go on, teleport.
Well, that's the thing. Classes are done, and I don't really know what to do with my day.
Go here, Ryder.
Learn a new skill.
Hobby?
Actually, Ryder, I believe
You know what? Go to the arena. Go to the arena. Go bother Zachary. I'm sure he'll love you joining what he's going to do. Go.
Oh no, I am not climbing a mountain.
Why not?
What? Climbing a mountain?
Well, because I'm just not that type of guy.
You're not a mountain climbing.
You're absolutely that type of guy. What are you talking
Don't you
about?
fly?
Yeah, I can fly.
Then you don't have to worry about falling.
Yeah. That's why I'm not going to climb the mountain. Instead, I think what I'll do with my day is I'll definitely go to the arena. But I'm not going to be climbing any mountains. I'll just probably go around and just do a bit of jogging.
Right,
That sounds so much more like you than doing something exciting like climbing a mountain.
I'm gonna try to find a book that isn't
Don't
marred
bite them
with.
so you anger their master.
Never mind.
Well, if they're attacking me,
Okay.
then that means
All right,
they're
Hannah,
pissed at me.
have a great day.
That's what I'm saying. They're already pissed at me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm just not that kind of guy. Yeah, you are. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? He's most certainly that kind of guy, yeah. If I know anything about Ryder, it'd be that he's the type of guy to go do exactly that. Go climb a mountain. Or at least go to the top of a mountain, like fly to it, you know? Leneth doesn't really care about Bile's home invasion. It's fine. I don't think there's anywhere that could get invaded that Leneth would care about unless it's here. I think he could hear, well, everyone else in the world has died, except for this school, and he'd be like, well, that fucking sucks, but I guess I got what I need here. Fuck.
That I have.
Do it. The higher you go, the harder it is to breathe. She is on duty as well
Is he-
today, so
yeah.
just
Yeah, I know.
Never mind.
Okay.
No, he's
I'm
not.
sure you knew that.
I don't know where he is. I just looked at the.
I got a whole bag of goodies to help.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that Circus is already, since they're going to be doing something with Zachary.
God knows. Seems to have a weird intoxication with going to a mountain for some reason.
What the fuck? Okay.
Do you not hear what they're doing?
I couldn't tell you. All the rest
I
is
have
gonna
no
have to be
idea.
asking him.
He's gonna climb a mountain. He's being debriefed on how you won't be able to breathe as easily up there right now.
I'm very surprised he's doing
I'm
this.
assuming.
Wait, which mountain? Are they climbing this
I'm
one?
assuming it's that he's climbing. But that's a
We
guess.
had an assignment with this last year, but yes, they're climbing the
Yeah,
tallest
within.
mountains.
Should I follow them, Hannah?
You already did, Darsar? It was a team building exercise, what it was last time. He said it was something this time about when to use airs or something like that.
All right.
Hmm.
I mean, air does get thinner up there, so good luck.
It does go thinner.
Yeah, but I see for the wind better out there? Because it's windier? I heard.
No,
I mean,
the
Not?
opposite.
No.
So it does kind of look that way through a lot of like art and whatnot. And to be fair, temperatures do decrease, but technically the wind gets thinner, which means you're getting less wind, less oxygen.
I live in the mountains. That's definitely something you want to do.
I
It's,
know.
if you remember if I remember last year, I was telling everyone to be careful about that while we were climbing.
I got a question for you, Sue.
Oh,
Hmm.
Yes.
Is there anything you three are looking to learn? Specifically, that does not have to be school or requisite kind of stuff. Like I'm not trying to throw books at you.
Actually, that's something I have to teach someone.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
If they'll let me.
based on that last lesson, it sounds like learning some form of blood magic would be useful if we're going to be fighting gargoyles.
All right, learning blood magic. Okay. What about you?
Just more control.
Anything
Just more
specific?
control over my magic in general.
Okay. How's your progress been coming?
It's been less taken ever since being taught by Professor Barnes, Mimir, and some others.
One way or another.
So it's been going a lot
Okay.
better, but I still feel like I could refine some places.
All right, that's good. That's good. Anything other than blood magic?
I've been learning.
It's
No,
on
I'm not even. I doubt I'll even learn that. I've been mainly focusing on my practicing my electric magic, dark magic, combination of the two. I've also been learning some illusion magic recently.
No, yes.
We're getting started on it, more of it.
Try and climb the ranks.
That's good progress. What about you, Hannah? Looks like you were wanting to teach someone something.
Kind of throwing a whole wrench into the thing.
Sort of, but I'll deal with it next time or later.
Do you mind if I hear about what you wanted to teach?
Not just self-defense or general self-defense.
Cool. Come down here and teach me.
Stronger and
It's not something I'd rather publicize, sir.
plan on
Oh,
which side
understood. Okay, gotcha.
themselves from
Hmm.
taking over, lining with the rest of
All right.
Let me
I got a project for each one of you.
Yes, sir.
Well, each one of you has a talent that I do not have. That's out of the arm thing. You guys got me beat there. One day, though. Don't worry. But each one of you has a skill, you know, your abilities, things that make you each one of you special. I want you guys to teach me about it. Give me a lesson. I know you are medical, but you're a hunter, if I'm correct. What your family does?
Yes, sir. That was
Okay, we got that.
what we did.
I got you. Sorry with the whip. You're getting a lot better with that, by the way. I know it's just one time I got to train with you with it, but that was good stuff.
Thank you, sir.
I've worked with Mimir many a time, but he has also taught me many a time that there is no such thing as a consistent giant. So, no, a lot of your stuff is ice-based, correct?
Yes, cryomancy in general.
Yeah, that fucks me over more often than you know. I could never get footing. I kept thinking about getting spiked shoes, but it don't help you as much as you might think. And a lot of yours is illusion-based, isn't it? Messing with your fears and stuff like that, right?
Some of it, yes. One particular spell of mine, my fear domain, as I call it, has a heavy illusion aspect to it.
All right.
Is there
Teach me about it.
possibility of if you how do you invoke someone's fears? I guess
So I don't project their specific own fears onto them. I more of trigger a fear response in general. So that whatever they're seeing will become the fear. If that makes sense. So I don't invoke.
so you
I can't take what their fear is, or at least I don't know how yet, to take the fear that I don't know what it is and then just make it, right? But I just make something that tricks the mind into making them afraid.
So like your enhance like a sensory spot and then just make it unpleasant for them.
Sort
Like
of.
one that's undesirable.
Yeah.
Kind of like tickling a bad part of the brain.
That's a good way to put it. Just makes them feel this
Okay.
fear, this scare, this.
Do you know of any way that someone could prepare against it? Like, let's say, for instance, you were working together with your team, and I know you told me about having an issue with your team getting caught in it.
Yes,
Is there any way someone could prepare
there's some
against
ways I've considered. The easiest, of course, well, I say easiest, would be for me to just figure out how to. Right now, I target an area. I'm not targeting a person. Figuring out how to target a person directly would be the best way of doing it, and that's what I've been working on trying to figure out. But
Okay.
it requires a
Have you
lot of
made any
focus.
progress?
It's a lot of focus because the person moves while the area doesn't, right? So it's a matter of locking on and then staying on it, right? There's other things.
Projecting that to that person.
Exactly. I've considered possibly setting up some sort of defense with it. Like maybe I could set up some sort of item that if my teammates have it on them, they won't be affected by my spell, right? I've considered that. But that also would lead to the possibility that someone else might get this item and be immune to it, right? Which would be a problem.
We can come in with an unmarked thing, or
I know that Gavin, he has I believe it's a spell of courage of some sort.
card, something like that.
It's some sort of like an aura.
An aura of
Yeah.
courage. That fights pretty well against it. And that is a direct combatant against my spell. So
If royal families can disappear,
I will actually say that whenever you were using it on me, mind you, it's not the first time I've had either a necromancer or a mage cast some kind of fear-based spell on me. I tended to find that so long as I grabbed within myself that will and that confidence to push through, although I was seeing a couple things that were freaking me out, I still could barrel my head right through it.
Of course.
Might be a good idea to maybe
what I'm saying is
maybe inspire confidence in your team. Be that outstanding one to be that shining brigade into battle. So when you do cast that fear effect, your team's already barrel head right through it, so they know whatever it is happening, and they know how to fight their way through it.
it's not a bad idea to look into that, yeah.
Maybe instead of using a mystical object or artifact that then could then be duplicated or copied, why not go ahead and start building together that fortified mindscape with your team?
Good idea. Something we can definitely talk about.
Yeah. Try to set something up with your squad. I mean, it might not be the most effective. They might still get stuttered and a little bit scared, right? But it gives them that notice, so when they start seeing things, they know what it is. Or you could call it out to them, letting them fortify that in their own mindscape to kind of prep themselves for it. Maybe have like a code word for when you cast it. Something that would probably confuse the enemy, but let your team know exactly what's about to happen.
It's a good idea.
It might be
The
good for
same
people
thing
to get-
Ignis does when Rana does her scream is good practice. If can affect allies, have plan call out.
Good one, Reset.
Hello.
Ooh, actually, question. Would you mind joining us?
Okay.
All right. I'd like you to teach me about what you do.
Just in general, or
In general. When you are working together with your team, what is your job? And what do you do?
So most of the time, I tend to be kind of like the center point of our formation because
do to help you,
I
just let me know, okay?
have a well, I have a focus on doing defensive work, but is more that I just have a lot of
I may not quite
different
understand what you're going through.
ways I can
as long as you
deal with a
talk to me,
situation since I just have
I can figure something out.
all of my equipment on me. Just simple.
I also think you told me that you can absorb a little bit, right? Considering your species.
Is a little bit harder to do with something that's trying to hurt you, but I do feed on magic a little bit, so sometimes it's helpful if the source is available to drain from.
Make that happen.
But otherwise, it's mostly
But I
just
also suggest maybe trying to go to bed
adaptive
a bit
fighting and
earlier. Probably
Well, I
it'll
have
take a long time for you to decompress.
just a bunch of different stuff that I'm able to use to
You
kind
should
of
be have a lot on your mind.
adapt to whatever is in front of
I'm not
us.
nagging.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to learn?
Mm,
Doesn't have to be school related. Anything that comes to mind.
Excuse me, Professor.
Go ahead.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
sort of, but
Yes.
I don't really know how to
Yes.
put it in words
Absolutely.
easily.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little
All
Like,
right. Well,
you
then
know,
put it in words difficultly.
it's more of a thing that feels uncomfortable to talk about in front of a lot of
It's my
people.
cute name for him. I meant to say
Understood.
dear.
Well,
I get it mixed
if
up
you ever feel
all the
comfortable,
time.
my door's always open to try to help you if I can.
Mhm.
I'll have you know I bet on.
But take your time with it. If you got something you want to learn, it's always worth learning.
Mhm. He's good.
Indeed.
He's very good. Ms. Coretta, how are you doing today?
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. I am doing
You
well.
must be second in command.
Wonderful. Can you do me a favor?
Judging that. Touch
Yes,
correctly.
sir.
Yes.
What's your name, girl?
Can you teach me a little bit about what you do?
Augusta Anders of Isladale. I'm a second
Very
command
well.
for
Would you
Vanguard.
like in the form of a
Infect and
demonstration
medical.
or just verbally?
Miss Anders. Well met.
I'd like you to
Case
just teach me
officer
about it. Tell me, if you need to show me, go ahead.
to meet you.
You're the instructor at the moment.
Pleasure. Where do you hail from, if I may ask?
I do
You have
believe,
one of my
when
kin, do you
possible,
not?
having as many forms of
yes,
stimulation as
Leneth.
possible when teaching is best.
Hmm.
I will be
I'm
right
aware.
back.
We hail from the same.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll bet. Different homes.
Caught me off guard with that one. All right.
I was going to say I don't think I've seen
Hmm.
anything quite
Would
particularly
you also like to
you.
join us?
What exactly are you all doing? I kind of heard.
Well, I'm
a
just
little bit
having
of the
students
talk.
teach me about what they do.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind joining.
I like to think of myself.
Don't worry, I have no other hidden motives here. I'm not teaching y'all a lesson, I'm having y'all teach me a lesson.
Ah,
I can sit around reading paperwork all day about y'all, but I don't mean
the older
nothing.
you get, you
So,
might as well
teach me about what you do.
sit down and relax.
I know you're a paladin, if I'm correct.
Correct.
At least that's what I'm told.
Or well,
But
I'm
sounds like you
still
guys are
considered
just
a
as
paladin in
supportive.
training. Where I come
welcome
from,
to
we
the
have
academy.
to become a full-fledged paladin, we have to finally decide
this
a
is-
path we go down, or the, I guess you could say, the motives and the promises we keep to follow what we view as the right way of using our abilities.
Ah, Yosia.
Okay. Can you explain that further to me?
Oh, goody. I thought you were still talking.
Sure.
That's
Since
true.
a lot of our abilities
I'm gonna try to
and
do
magic
some
generally
physical
revolve
training in the
from
meantime.
faith or strength of will, generally we strengthen those abilities through oaths or promises. And that is what each path
I'm gonna go
inherently
change my
falls
combat gear.
under. An example
Go right ahead.
is where I originally began learning from was under a paladin of redemption.
I want to shoot some fucking lightning. We could help Liang now. But I don't think we have to do that in front of everyone. Domain expansion. Fear. Oh, Liang. Looks like you stepped right into my trap card. It's alright. Feel the fear flow through you. Don't hurt yourself trying to escape my plan. Blah, 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 blah. Leneth. Everyone, trap card. Fear domain. I think I just say that. I say, like, I activate my trap card, fear domain. So I've had an idea, right? I was thinking back on I wanna learn the puppet stuff at some point. I've been thinking on that. Oh man. I was thinking if I ever do the present day Leneth thing where he's like really powerful, right? I like to imagine that basically Leneth is just fucking immobilized. He only exists as an illusion, as a spell in the future. There's a body that he resides in, but it's like almost a skeleton, right? It's like fucking can't move, can't do anything. So he just pilots around these like mannequins that he illusions to look like himself, so nobody's any the wiser. I think that'd be really cool because then I could do this bit where I turn off the illusion on one of the mannequins. Essentially Gan at the start of Tears. I could do this thing where everybody thinks it's like, oh, it's just him. He's just cold, right, or whatever, right? You know, but it's clearly him. And then I'm just like, oops, and the illusion turns off, and the mannequin just flops over onto the ground. And then another one walks up, it's like, sorry about that, and then it happens again. It's like, fuck. Oh, you know what? Maybe he froze himself in like time or some shit. Like not really time because you can't do chronomancy. I don't think in like any fucking RP, even if it's like present day like metaverse shit. But I could see him. Oh, that'd be really cool. I just really like the mannequin idea. I like the idea of like he's essentially sacrificed his physical form to become stronger, but now he has to pilot around these mannequins to get by. And I'd also like explain like an amount of super strength he might have because he's just a fucking made of like super tough mannequin.
Howdy.
Howdy. All right.
Yeah. I gotta go find Rainer. Have you seen him?
Oh, he was just at the arena with us. He's currently asking people questions. No, he's having people tell him about what they can do. So I was part of that group a second ago.
That type of training. Okay.
Basically trying to get to know about
If
us.
you see him, let him know that I can talk to him when he's free. I'll probably be at like Crystal Thorn's cafe. I'll just wait there.
I mean, I don't know when he'll be free, so wait there as long as you want, but I'll try and tell him.
Or I can just come with you and just tell him myself. I can just do
Probably
that.
a better
Just
idea.
Stop being a lazy shit and keep going. Yeah. Go in.
Not if you don't want to be a legend.
And where possible, make that formation. That's why we need more pole arms in the guard.
Alright, what's the bee's knees?
It's on me. I do.
Victory to war? The W-A-R? The capital W?
Yeah, Eos is officially in.
Eos is a fucking mess at the moment. I don't know what's going on with them. They need to like get over things and just be happy with what they have.
Practicing?
Yeah. I'm not used to bringing this voice out.
It's fair.
Usually it's the thing when we use our powers.
Mm.
Augusta does it immediately whenever she turns hands.
How come you don't? Normally?
More I think if I don't want to.
Right. That makes sense.
It's kind of whatever, in my opinion. But I guess we were just raised differently.
Everybody is.
Just for novelty, I'm from the other side of the rock. Any upgrades with your magic, or how's the control going?
Control's fine. It's good. I haven't learned anything new to practice yet.
I see.
Not the same.
Have you trying incorporating that electricity into your punches?
It's a good idea.
Something. I mean, could be a paralytic moment. Not by poison, but at least by stunning the muscle.
It's true. This is currently all dark magic. I could get something similar with lightning magic going. Empower my
Why don't you try
punches.
that? Implementing your magic into your basic martial arts. I'm already implementing my own range abilities into my piss. It doesn't do too much at the moment because it's still refining, but just going through it.
Right now, yeah. Back when I was at GMA, all I was allowed to use was dark, so I went quite a while not practicing my electric magic.
No, now you
Which
got
is
the
a shame.
freedom.
Definitely need to work on that.
Have you tried approaching Mason by any chance in that sense, or I think Arashi?
No, I don't think I need to.
Okay.
I doubt any of them could help me with it, to be honest. Not that their fault, but...
No, I understand. I just like to give pointers. It's up to you if you want to take them. I usually do the same with Bile or Misty.
Something about it. I just don't think they would get.
Gotcha.
It'll return when I get my voice mod to work again. I can't make any new voices for some reason right now.
Oh, I remember then. You said it was doing... added like an extra oomph to you, right? Closing on your arm.
It's a reinforcement for my arms, and it adds some extra heft when I punch. Yeah, I probably am. I haven't tried installing or reinstalling it, but I'm assuming that's the solution already.
Huh.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I need to talk to Augusta. Unfortunate.
What's wrong?
Right. I have to talk to Augusta. I'll see. I'll be back here later.
Could do that.
It sounds like you're already doing that, but I'd be wrong as an instructor to not say something.
You as well. Thank you, sir. The last ability of mine
Hello, cadets.
that is, I would say,
Hello,
resistant.
sir.
I will
Peace
not
Officer
showcase it,
Dudowski.
for it consumes a very large amount of mana.
Well met.
However, it is a
How are things
much
going around?
more
Going all right?
heavy-hitting strike
Practicing,
than
you know, basic
my
spells. Not really
other
practicing, more just
capabilities.
holding them out.
It is called Elemental
Uh-huh.
or Elemental Strike.
There goes Ryder as usual. Stretching his wings.
Most
Oh.
recently, the tournament.
A beam of light
all
manifests
As he does.
from above. Whoever stands within that light
Whoa.
will,
Oh,
over
good.
time,
Misty's transformed.
experience
It's not every year we get a
more
class
harm.
corpse competition. That includes Ascension.
Well,
The
that
effect
includes.
is similar to burning.
characters?
However, it is not fire. It is purely
Well, yes.
First time
Ryder's
having
a. What would we call him again?
Searing
Where's
light
your
as
first
He's
an
while?
That's
Infernum.
pretty badass.
He's a demon.
I see.
Yeah, that.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know, it feels a little too on the nose. I thought there was some type of
What he
way to
calls
call him.
himself.
It's a
Demon,
little more
bot
accurate.
demon something.
Got
Thank
it.
you very much for teaching us to me. Genuinely.
Zachary is a lichen.
How the fuck do you call that, Juan?
Actually, not that bad to be around. At first, I was waiting for, you know, the usual, but he didn't have any issues with me.
Resay evil.
I mean, that's
And
good,
I thank
right?
you for listening well.
Ryder?
Yeah.
Enjoy your flight?
The one running
keep
laps
up with
is
that. It'll
Misty
be a
in her
fine
hellhound
teacher
form. That's what she actually looks like.
Never
Yes, it has.
But as a leader, you
Good.
will
How you doing,
have to
Ryder?
instruct from time to time.
I am
Everyone
doing
needs to be a
well.
good teacher.
What about yourself?
Ellie, Eska, sir. Careful if they're
A little bit on the, you know,
Good to meet you three.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, I'm doing
I
great.
will
It's fine.
change
Yeah, we'll just call it
to
that.
Casual
He
uniform.
was second in command.
I
Of course,
see.
Lady Coretta.
yeah, recently, sir.
Well, is there some reason why Misty's so focused today?
Hopefully not under dire
Did I miss something?
Mm,
She's transformed.
yes, sir.
She's
think she's-
doing what she loves to do.
think-
She's
yeah.
enjoying it while she can.
I think she's waiting on something right now as well.
I see.
I see.
You have a mighty burden on your shoulders.
I think she actually.
Command.
All right then.
Well, yeah.
Our team, we rely on each other.
You know,
Don't
she's
worry,
getting a
Lenny.
little stressed out recently, but being able
I can
to
attest to that.
actually run around
Confident,
is
smart, intelligent.
no,
well
great for
fighters,
her.
Each one of them.
I see.
Excellent.
Well, if that's the case, I shall leave her to her.
And you are
Time.
the lead of Vale. Miss
I mean, you could probably bother her. I doubt she'd mind. Might enjoy the company while she waits.
Good. Prim and proper. You'll make a fine leader.
If you can, Ryder, read the books.
CAF, that is.
Considering you're going to be Vanguard, you should be the ones in the front line. I want you all to understand what we're fighting.
Is
I
Ryder
know
not-
some of you skim
there?
over it a bit, and Zachary sleeps in class.
Ryder, did you miss the
You were in
lesson?
the class, right?
No, you were
No,
there.
I was there.
Okay, so you got the information
Alright,
at
good.
least.
Make sure Zachary reads up on it. Valandor will eat him alive.
Yeah.
Look, as far as I know about Agni ants, they're a cakewalk. Just
Those
don't get bit
Those
by them.
were the easiest
much of a
ones
hassle
on the
for you and
list.
Misty. I'm talking
Yes,
about the dire bats.
gargoyles.
Don't think you're going to be
dire-
covering your ears and you're not going to be effective.
It's been a
Less
lot of work,
pleasurable to
but
deal with.
That's one thing that doesn't say in the
chances
book.
would have been very
Uh,
helpful.
Damn
yes,
Inquisitor that
I'm
wrote
well
it
aware
didn't
of
understand
able
that.
to work through their
Yes,
strengths.
bats shrieks on their own. are not great to take. However, I already have a countermeasure against them.
Excellent, T3. Maybe at ease.
Magical resistance?
No, I'm just going to deck the fuck out of it if it starts screaming.
T3. I'll be around for a little short while, but
The problem is when it happens and you get cornered from two different sides.
I hope to see you all
He
again.
has two
Plugging your
fists.
ears doesn't work. Ha 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 ha.
Well,
I
I
tried
won't
to
get
do and punch both of them.
yeah, well, I won't get cornered from both sides because I won't let that happen.
Good. Use your squads. In Valandor, if you get separated and you disappear, that's it.
You forget, I'm used to navigating dark lands.
There's a difference between what we fought before and how things operate in the wilds.
Require the both of your help.
Creatures there are hunting lands for a reason, Ryder. I know that you're probably going to survive an attack, but I'd rather you not get, ambushed in the first place.
Yeah. I got you, Captain Know-It-All.
Noticed that I do not know all of your guys.
It's my backyard for a reason. I don't go north. Nobody does.
So
if I ever need some information, I'll just come to you about it. About your
Me and Hannah work.
backyard.
I don't know how important they are, and so I'm just like,
if you guys wouldn't mind, I'm not gonna force you.
There's also Hannah. I know it's easier talking with her.
don't look back, don't look back.
No, I got nothing to do.
No, it's great talking with you, Cortez. I don't mind at all.
I won't force you.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well,
I mean,
you are the
okay,
instructor?
you're a pain in the ass, but I appreciate talking
There we
with you.
go. At least be honest. I appreciate it. Look at Len, already knowing exactly how I things work around here.
You're the instructor.
Yes, but you forget I'm
You teach me.
standing right behind you.
So, I got it. If I need any advice on your land, I'll make sure to ask you.
Primarily, I work.
It looks like you're right at two. I'm ready to continue. I don't have much more time, though. Perhaps a quick stop by the dorms.
Dorms and then the docks.
I'd stay to the cafe.
It's a good spot.
Oh my god, they're climbing the mountain.
Tends to have unusual
have
effects.
magical capabilities like some of the
I've
others,
only
but
tested it
I
once
am
thus far.
good at what I
Cadet
need to
Jing.
do. An ice room, okay?
Plus, right now we understand we don't have the right.
Seems
I need to
to-
scale up. If I'm being banned from doing what I need to do, then I need to scale up. So I was thinking about it. Right, we have a lead, a frozen room.
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna let me use the morgue, but what about Augusta?
The morgue.
Well, they're not gonna let me use the morgue. So what Augusta's room?
Huh? You'd have to get Augusta on board for that.
Well, okay. Does Liang like ice too?
I believe so. I don't know if his room has the same setup or not. I haven't been over there, but I've
Okay.
been in Vanguard and I've seen the room that literally almost has like a door frozen
So
shut.
this is the plan. To control the flame, I need a fucking ice room, okay? Right? And then we control the funneling of the hellfire flame underneath the pot. We'll confine it within the thickest of metal that we can, which we have abundance of. We just been mining and we got way too much fucking iron. I'm gonna be honest. Who needs that fucking much iron? You ask me. We can make 20 fucking swords apiece right now if we had a crafting class. What?
So many
Anyways,
swords.
we make a vat, right? Now we're heating it up. This is all controlled, right? And then I will finally be able to get the right temperature without setting the kitchen on fire.
If nothing else, why not borrow a burner?
I mean, we could use maybe Rana's burner. I hear she they got an alchemy set supposedly.
Yeah, I've been in there. It's well. Again, is but so that.
Well, so long as
Vera, man. Did you walk into it?
Walk into what?
Oh, that's lucky. Nothing.
What?
Don't worry about it.
If I walked into it, you would have known, and I would have attacked you immediately.
Oh, thank God you stopped. Right. Well, I'll work on making it. Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay. I'll get out your fear.
No, you're fine. I was ending it anyway. Well, good.
Did you think I went into it and I was about to?
I don't know. I just looked to my left and I didn't know how wide it was.
That's just like, uh-oh. Fine.
It's alright. Well, how was your run? How did that go?
I did a couple. I don't know how many laps I did, but I'm still like
50, probably.
upset and angry.
Why?
I was kind of just using my anger just to kind of, I don't know. I have a lot on my plate.
It's okay.
I like stupid a lot on my plate.
Yeah.
Like it's really dumb.
It's fine.
I don't know.
We'll talk about them here.
I nearly tackled a guard because they decided to stand right in the middle of the track, and I was about, you know what? If they do it again, I'm running into them.
It's their fault.
But
They're in the middle of the track.
didn't.
Yeah. So, fine.
Yeah. Once I'm going on that track, if someone actually, I just lose all niceness. I just want to run.
That's fair.
They've been training nonstop with those staffs.
No.
Sword. I don't know what they're called.
Well, they're not coming with us when we go to Fallbrook, right?
Don't you trust them?
Look, it's. I just want to make sure that.
They're not coming with us, right? I don't fucking know. Maybe. I don't think so. I think they're staying here.
We don't want to.
I don't think they'll last one bit. Not gonna lie.
That's my concern. We are much better off without them.
Even though they're trained soldiers. To be honest, I don't know. X to doubt, my friend.
If they're trained soldiers, then what are we, right? That's what I have to think about here. Like,
half the time, someone just I can't. They seem to be just trying too hard.
you would have no problem taking any of them on. Like, all of them on at once.
Oh no, I would have gone over there and just ate one of their heads off and then go ham.
And yet, they're here as gods.
sustain.
For what purpose?
I think they're just here to, I don't know, protect the school and monitor us and stuff like that. All I see them is like Barian's hooligans, to be fair. People that are just there to, if you do something bad. They're like, no offense, like mini arbors, because they all follow the rules and they use the rules to stick someone else's ass.
Sad.
Yeah, Arbor's gotten worse and worse over the years, and to be honest, I'm not surprised. Our entire fucking squad is sometimes moments.
Yeah.
But what else are you gonna do when you, hang out with Ida, which spends most of their time invisible and following the rules like a military base, which it is. But I feel like they lose the social interaction with people. The mindset becomes more a zombie than an actual person.
That's all some people are. Nothing that can be done about it.
I just run up to them, like they're staring.
Just run up screaming at them.
So I just slowly move myself forward, and every time they turn around, get closer and closer.
It'd be pretty funny.
They turn around, they look back, and the hellhound gets even closer.
You just wait for them to start looking and then just get on all fours and charge at them screaming. That'd freak them
I
out.
don't think they'll flinch. I think they'll just put their weapon up, to be honest. One of them just keeps on hitting their staff on the ground, which is bothering me so much because it's actually damaging the staff.
And,
one of them looks like they're about to shit themselves with the sword up, ready to swing at any moment. But if you jump them, they'll swing and cut someone's head off. And the other two, one has a bigger long staff.
They're trying their best. Which isn't good enough, but still.
Not really. It's because if the sword is a lot faster than a very long weapon, because the longer it is, the more time it takes.
Ryder? Something the matter?
Are you good?
Cortez gets under my skin. Yes, I'm fine. Just Cortez gets under my skin.
Okay.
I got it.
Oh, no! Hey, wait! No! No! Oh, damn it.
Well.
That damn Cortez just gets under my damn skin one day.
Yeah, I was practicing my spells out here.
Put a hole through him. I'm gonna.
You mind if we train?
Sure.
Maybe not here. I feel like if I try to train with you, I will fall into a ball of fear. But the professor wasn't wrong. Maybe understanding the feeling that your spell gives is a good way to understand how to avoid it, or at least some
Yeah.
kind of likeness to it.
That's fair. I mean, it makes sense. Like I said, I to be honest.
Do it then.
Alright. With the spell, I really reserve it for cases where I'm alone for the most part, right?
I'm sorry, he looks like a bumblebee.
Yeah.
The way he was fluttering, it looked like a bumblebee.
His wings do flutter.
It was kind of cute.
Maybe there's some.
See?
Yeah, no, it's how he always looks. Oh,
I'm sorry. Anyway.
it's alright. Ryder can't be helped. For as big and mighty as he is, he's and his heart and his wings.
It's good though.
A little bee.
Shouldn't fly, but he does. Anyway.
Miracle. His wings are not big enough.
No. So I said he's Bumblebee. Anyway,
Yes. Well, again, so with
and in turn I can help you.
Troll? I mean, like with the spell, it's most of the time I've reserved it to when I'm alone and when I've made plans to use it and nobody's going to be around me. It was more effective when I made it with the intention of working alone. It was never really my plan to end up on a team of people where I would have allies next to me. More thought of the future.
Gonna need them.
It seems like that's the case for now, yeah. Everybody, with everything going on. So, I have been thinking on stuff like that. I mean, yeah, you can power through it, but I still don't want to cast it on my allies, because that could potentially endanger them or myself in the process.
It's not just that. So, I had a bit of a bigger theory thought. If your spell works anything like Victor's, and Victor is very clearly a vampire, and we might interact with vampires out in Valandor, it might behoove the other cadets to understand what a fear effect feels like in a protected environment. Learn how to fight through it.
It's not a bad idea.
Or at least still be afraid, but know how to fight through that. Sorry.
Misty? Leneth doesn't want to do that because it doesn't want the people here
Don't
to be
hug me.
immune
You're
to
in
the
that
spell.
form. It's hot. You're going to burn me. And then we'll have to go to medical, and then you'll get in trouble.
Then I have to write it in my diary.
Then you have to write in your
Misty burnt
diary.
me.
Leneth doesn't want people to be immune to that spell.
Today, dear diary, today have been burnt by Misty.
Day 0 without a
How do we get out of it?
related incident.
Without just being like,
Yay.
I don't want people to be immune to it just in case. I guess I could bring up the traitor
How you doing,
thing.
Hannah?
Doing alright? Making plans?
Ooh, what plans are you making?
Nothing.
Could bring up the previous traitors.
What are you insinuating?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know what plans you're making. I don't know if it's good plans, like romantic plans, like full-on technical plans.
No.
One of those.
Technical plans.
Ooh, what technical plans are you doing?
Trying to get people prepped for Valandor, that's all. I don't know if it'll work.
You're not fair.
But
No. I worry that
I don't know
would.
what to do with those ants. They're gonna be a pest. to
My
be
only
honest.
concern is that I'm not
At the
sure
very
if
least-
it's the same. So
we've had to deal with a lot of fear effects before. Not just with Victor, not just with you, but also the Blackguard.
right, I've heard.
Back in... Right.
I don't like them. They suck.
Apparently nobody does.
They're not very likable.
No. I don't like being controlled by them. Or having voices in my head to go and attack.
Right, and to a point, maybe this is something a little bit more selfish, I guess. Maybe I don't know how to say it. There is a possibility that an ability like yours could teach people to help face their fears.
It's
They
true.
wouldn't normally be able to, right?
It's possible, yeah. You can have them face the idea of fear, which might help them in turn face their fears.
Right. So if you'd be willing to help me, I'd appreciate it. So at least we can test out the theories.
If
it fails, it fails, and so be it. We've done nothing bad, necessarily.
It's definitely something we could try talking about and working towards. I mean, I have my concerns right now with some of it. Not sure what I should get into here, but I have just a few concerns.
If you want, we can go somewhere and talk. Yes.
I've been out for a while. Did probably 15 laps around the course, and they would keep going.
Yeah.
Isn't that good?
Yes, cut his head
You
off.
should join them. Go
Do
ahead,
it.
join them.
Yeah,
Go.
go charge them.
Join
Do
with
it
them.
like we talked about earlier.
I'm gonna go cut their heads off.
No, don't actually cut their head. Do you want to talk some more private? Or do you want to just think about it for more?
Probably just think about it for now. Just some
And who knows? Maybe it'll help you focus on one person.
maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely keep working on that part.
I'm grabbing you. I'm gonna pick you up.
Why are you grabbing me? No, you're
Here I
not. You
go.
have
Here.
molten hands.
It's okay. I'll move you over here. There you go. Good. Yep.
Good luck.
Are you hurting me?
Going.
No.
Keep going.
I'm not being hurted. I am not. No.
This is the definition of being hurted.
Okay, going.
I'm not being hurted. No. Bad, Misty.
But Hannah, they need medical. They actually need someone to talk to.
Wait, what? They do? Why didn't you tell me that?
I think Misty made it pretty clear, Hannah. You should have listened.
Pretty interesting effects for writer specific.
Shut up, Leneth.
Usually when any other person does it,
Good job, Misty. You did your job.
it makes them, for lack of a better word, incredibly aggressive. In a department I shall not say. However, for me,
What?
it just brings out my inner darkness.
All right, we got out of it. We made excuses, vague ones. And if they ask us next time, like, hey, what the fuck, dude? We can. Trying to see if there's anybody still climbing up the mountain. Everyone else is a rookie. Everyone else is you. It's a really good idea. Actually, tell her eyes are pretty. Completely disarm the conversation if she has again. But dude, yeah, fuck it. Sorry to go off topic, but has anyone, I don't, not to be weird, but has anyone ever told you how pretty your eyes are? Sorry if that's weird to say. I just got stuck looking at them. Oh, I'm sorry. Now we gotta pull the embarrassed face. We gotta make it look like... We gotta... I don't know if I'm embarrassed. We gotta be like that. Does anyone ever... What if what if Leneth can blush on command? Oh my god, no, he can just illusion his face to be blushed. Could you imagine could you imagine Leneth pursuing a relationship purely to get out of, like, problems? Pursue a relationship purely so it can be like, I just really don't want to talk about that right now. I'd rather just spend some time with you and me. Just to get that excuse. Who is the most dangerous person at the school for what Leneth wants to achieve? Who does Leneth need to romance to achieve his goals? Who will impede his progress the most? Jeez, I panic kiss her to shut her. No! Oh, fuck, Vev is probably... Oh, fuck. I don't think we can romance Vev. I don't think Vivina's on the table. But at the same time, Leneth needs to figure out who his biggest enemy and best ally. The person who is Leneth's most possible enemy. What's the word? The person who's most likely to impede his progress, the most possible person here to be his enemy, would also by default be his biggest ally. Taurus. Morgan's been a little sus, but Morgan's not a threat to Leneth, at least in Leneth's eyes. To his progress of basically... Yeah. You know what? Vivina would probably be the one to like understand. Yeah, it's Iris and Leneth are good friends. The snake girl. It's turned right now. And Hannah's a good pick if Leneth had to like pick someone. Vivina's another really good pick for it. You just can blush and be silent for a little while, even if they say your name or get your attention a couple times, then go on and say that she's sorry, I got lost in your eyes for a moment. No, you don't blush until afterward. So you go silent, and they're like, Leneth? And you're like, and then you blush. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I got lost for a second. And you don't say it directly. You gotta leave it vague, but then they'll know. So yeah, biggest threats, like, we're thinking, I'm not thinking like physical threat, right? That doesn't matter. I'm thinking intelligence threat. Who would figure out the true Leneth the quickest or be the one to stop it, right? Not that he has like super bad ulterior motives. It's just that he would let everyone die here for his own personal gain if he had to, right? And he wants to figure out who would be the biggest competitor to that. And if Leneth is going to try and take this possible, like, plan to change, you know, what he is in the future, right? If he's going to pursue that. Yeah, Arbor. no, that's not possible. Hannah, Vivina. Stark's already married. Or engaged, at least. It's upside down. He's in a polycule with the ring he wears. Like, yeah, I know he is. But irrelevant to the newfound polycule relationship he has between himself, his fiance, and the girl he wears around his finger. Oh shit. Victor.
For a brief moment, I thought everyone vanished.
No.
You're the first person beyond the guards I've seen.
Everybody's at the arena. A lot of people are. Not sure why.
Per usual.
I think a bunch of others went to go climb a mountain.
Zachary still wants to climb the mountain.
I think he is. They all left a while ago. I haven't seen them since. Along with, I think others were going too. I think Arana was going, Liang was going, Stark was going, maybe more. But somewhere out there.
Think they'll all jump.
Possible. I don't know if they'll do it on purpose.
Unfortunate we don't have Professor Carver around any longer.
Yeah. See, would he know? He would go up there, right? That's what the bangs were, or whatever.
He would head there every day and train, cause avalanches.
That sounds like that could have been a problem after some time.
Would have been entertaining nonetheless.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, they're somewhere up there, I think, probably.
What are you up to?
I was practicing magic, and I figured I'd walk around, go to the library, maybe. Read some books.
Was there class today? I missed it.
There was class. We had to read a book on creatures of northern Valenda, I think it was. Right, creatures for what we're going to face when we go to Fallbrook, I believe. I assume the book's in the library.
Very well. I'll pass on studying.
Should be easy enough to read into. Honestly, the lesson was sort of just him reading the book to us, so I had already finished reading the book by the time, class was ending. Or at least the pages that we were supposed to read. No homework, as far as I remember. Just, it was him reading the book to us, and then having us read the book at the same time. It was barely a lesson. They could have just told us, get the book and read it, and we would have the same information. But some people need to hear things to learn them.
Good luck with your studying then.
Well, sir, I will go read what I can, prepare myself for the future. Hopefully.
See you around.
See you around, Victor. It's fucking Norendal. I think it was Valandor. Creatures of Northern Valandor. Shut the fuck up, Mono. Alright. Let. I forgot I was muted. I always feel so awkward when I talk to Victor. I'm like trying so hard to like be coherent, but I just don't know how to talk to him. It occurred to me halfway through that conversation I didn't have music, and it's all I could think about is that I didn't have any ambience to like soothe me. I will say, also Victor's one of the I mentioned the blood magic thing, but I'm not gonna learn blood magic because if that's I'm already another, blonde boy. And if I learn blood magic, I just feel like it'll be too close. So I think for that reason alone, I probably won't be learning blood magic because I don't want to step on like risk becoming too close to the same, shit. Especially with other stuff that we're looking into in character. But you know what? Hey, I could hear me out. I could do a big change on Leneth's like appearance if he does do this humanity thing, this changing of race per se that he wants to achieve. I could give him a whole new hair color, skin color, that sort of shit. Because again, it doesn't really matter because my plan is to illusion it to look normal. So it's not a big deal. Oh yeah. I mean personally, if I have like I've been so busy lately. No, Juan, no. Personally, I mean, if I have my way, I would like to have this. Like, again, I have not messaged anyone, so if it does happen, it doesn't. If it doesn't happen, completely on me. Whatever, right? But this big change I'm talking about, I would like to have happen at Fallbrook when we're away. But again, I have not messaged any mods. I have not spoken to any mods yet. I have been very busy and away 90% of the time lately, just from being able to do anything. But I will be talking to, I'll probably shoot Hal or email a message and be like, hey, I got some cool ideas that I'd like to talk about, please. But whatever happens, like, this is not a after AA thing. This is a during AA thing. I'm toying around with the idea of, because I do want it to be a physical change that he's achieving alongside like whatever other attributes he gets. It's mainly a way to elevate his body to what he believes his magic potential is, right? He thinks his body is weaker than it should be, and he wants to fix that. He wants to be stronger because his body doesn't match his potential. He's weighed down by his humanity. It also, this would just be a really cool way to, if I can have it fuck with his emotions, make him a little bit more evil. Oh fuck, this is the one we just read. You know what? Let's read Potions and Alchemist Guide since it's already out. I did, a while back, I did an experiment. With, oh yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna, this is all dependent on if DMs will let me do what I want to do, right? But I have ideas. And if it's not, if it's not possible, I also completely understand. Like, if I just can't do what I'm planning or what I'm thinking about. Because I don't really have a set plan yet. Miss you too. Sorry, I'm out of it. It's been been a hot minute. Everything going on. What was I saying? He wouldn't be a bodybuilder. He wouldn't be Megamind. I have a new haircut already made for him. I made that back when we were coming back in, but or a little bit after we were coming back in. But I was waiting to do it for a time skip of sort. I may put on the new haircut. If I get this transformation approved, I'll probably put the new haircut on then, like as it happens. If it's not, then I'll probably just do it. I'll probably just put the new hair on the way to Fallbrook. Because it's essentially just a haircut. Like, it's a little bit longer in some areas, but in reality, it's a haircut. You say evil Leneth? No, Bun. I don't know if you've noticed. Leneth's kind of a shitty person. Like, he's not inherently evil. He thinks he's more evil than he is. He thinks that he is a completely selfish, uncaring monster in some ways, right? He doesn't consider himself a monster. He just thinks he thinks if Liang was hanging onto a ledge, he would leave him for dead, right? To save himself. The reality of that situation is that Leneth would save someone like Liang right now, right? If he saw Liang asking for help, or he saw some other people in the school asking for help, he would risk it and help them right now. He would make an excuse for it. The reason he would be doing it is because he secretly does care a little bit, right? As much as he is self-centered and selfish and a narcissist, and almost borderline sociopathic in some ways, he does care a little bit about them. And I think once he realizes this, he will put effort into stopping that. Because he does have he's not just, that's not like he doesn't have any depth to his emotions or anything. There's a lot to it. With the backstory stuff I have planned out and thought about for him, it really shapes how he acts, right? There's a reason he is the way he is. Who's fucking with me? There's nobody here. anyone there? Hmm. He must have fucking did that and respawned. Must have been the books. All right. Forward on usage and potion sickness. This is just basic stuff. I already know all this. Guess I don't really remember the recipe, so hold on. I'll read up on that. Starleaf, sunwing, butterfly wings, and bone meal. What the fuck, damn? What the fuck? I'm being fucked with. AOD out here fucking playing sound effects, scaring the shit out of me. Starleaf must be dried for 2 days. Ground into a fine powder and boiled. That's 2 days, okay. Didn't realize it took so long to make a health potion. Swimming wings must be placed in cold water for 10 minutes, ground into dust, and stirred in the water until the mixture becomes foggy. The bones must be ground in the bone meal. Add the ingredients to stirring cauldron in this order: starleaf, sunwing, bone meal. Stir until the concoction turns red. Wonder if the bones matter. Probably not. Yeah, no, it scared the shit out of me. I don't know if that was intentionally fucking with me or not. I just know that there's no one here. Also, I like the fact that at any time I can look up and there's just Weezer above me. No, it's just the bone meal. I don't think the marrow matters. It would say bone marrow otherwise. So, like, dried old bones would be fine. I will say, I've specifically not seen any of the... I've specifically not watched any of the library episode stuff, so I have no idea where any of that shit is. I also... was I told about it in character? I don't remember if I was. This has always been here, though. I was told about it? Okay. I thought I might have been. I'm assuming I can't read what's in that book. Could go looking for it. Yeah, because they mentioned the prophecies and shit, yeah. I still think I was told anything about how to get to it. Which is fine. Leneth is just very interested in seeing the future. Let's read about undead again. I don't remember if vampires are in here, but let's consider that we might be fighting multiple of these guys in Valendor and Fallbrook. Hey, Rach. Good night. Mario style. Could do that. Could ask. Could ask Crescent if I see her tonight. Zombies. Skeletons. Mummies. Bone bats. Wraiths. Ghosts. Nothing on vampires in there. Is there a book on vampires in this fucking school? Yeah, there are no vamps in this book. Okay. I have to start putting these books in my pocket. Just so they don't sit there. Man, really? I think I'll ask for research on vampires. That's what Leneth will do. Is that the dinner bell already? Isn't it kind of early for dinner? I guess not. I guess I am like 40 minutes late. Because I thought dinner was at like 2 a.m. and now it's 1 a.m. Did he freeze his torch? I didn't realize that. That's funny. Actually, no, wait. The torch would be down there. So that's just random ice on the wall. And no torch. Why is that torch not... Oh. Never mind. I may end up ending early. I may just end when the lighthouse goes off if I'm not doing anything. Because I really want to go get some food. The fuck was that? But again, to me go get food, it requires me going out in the rain, so I'm not going to do that while I'm doing VR.
Oh, then.
Hmm? Yes.
Oh, perfect. I was talking to Gavin about training inside of your spell effects.
Oh, right.
That way you're able to use it freely with minimal impact to us, even though there will be some.
That'd be interesting. No.
It'll definitely help with creatures in Valendor.
Yeah, that's what I've been thinking about as well. Something to help with that at
Ants
least.
are feeble-minded and simple creatures, so you give them a bit of a incentive and it'll send them into a frenzy of confusion.
It's true.
And we just pick them off.
I mean, the
Even
best
if
thing to do
it's
is
small and easy.
target the nest, the mound, right?
Yeah.
Well, nice thing about being in general, if you guys want me to train with you guys, you're free to abduct me.
I'd always use the extra shield around.
I mean, we just try and reserve it to our team, and then we're good.
That, and I also want to train with Len, see if I can't track him when he's coated.
I'll have to see.
Honestly, I
when he's
should start.
coated.
Yeah, but I want to see if I can track the students who are able to produce a magical aura. If it's easier or harder
Go
depending
find
on the
Ida.
ability. That's an impossible level of difficulty. I want to start with the easy ones. You don't start with the final encounter. You start at level 1. Alright. What's your answer? Sweets? Usual? Second breakfast?
Whatever you recommend then.
We did have cookies before, remember? And they were nice.
Besides, I can't have anything unless it's prepared by you or the servants at home. Poisoning. Fun.
Maybe it's twig bite. Oh, off they go. Well,
Goodbye.
The slight squishing sounds as she runs is actually kind of fun.
Yes, and you just hear her run by them.
I don't know if that helped or hindered.
Pardon me, cadet?
Surprised you don't just get them a giant plate of cookies and say, have dinner.
No, that's
He
her
would if he could.
desserts. I know her. We'll get cookies left.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not red either. He's
Yeah,
dog.
Plus, I'm pretty sure she bought some from home with her.
I brought a lot.
Talking
But I
about
brought
you.
enough for as many people
you
as
a rat.
possible.
I
Man,
mean,
he's
I'm
not
not
a
a
rat.
snake, but still.
You are not a snake, but alright.
No, quite literally, I can manifest the flyer that way.
I believe you.
What am I having?
What am I having?
Yes.
Is this your sister?
Yes.
Yes.
Hot dog.
Yes.
You're not the cadet.
Close enough.
Yes, but when you hear
Welcome.
Cortez one
I
must
heard we
answer.
were getting a guest today. I knew it was one of the cadets' siblings. I just didn't remember who.
It's not rat. No rat.
I mean,
It's not.
pretty sure it
It's
makes
not
it
rat.
easy.
I don't see the resemblance.
So, gonna find rat.
Really?
Gonna do it. Gonna
You
find
don't,
it.
you don't.
I do. I do.
You
It's
don't
been
see the
here.
reflective grins? No, I thought I
will
went by the
probably
grins.
look for it in the night.
Oh,
when it's
sorry,
darker.
let me fix that.
Understood.
Is this better?
See? Look. Identical.
Yep, it's the same shit-eating grin.
As it should be.
Runs in the family.
It does.
All the same. I hope your welcome today has been warm.
Mind if I join Gallant Squad
Probably
for
gonna
5
keep doing that
minutes?
Sure. We just be here as long as you want.
I'll go find Don.
Good.
Make sure he's ready to fight.
How you doing?
Although,
Alive.
have they been ribbing him all day like that?
Being able to feel my legs after 3 people were laying on top
I think
of me.
I don't know. I think I broke Risei.
The opportunity.
Oh.
It's not like I give them
Because it was just became a call.
Oh.
She was asking questions about who makes the food and how it appears.
Yeah.
And she came to the possible conclusion that it was twig blights.
What?
Yes.
Yep.
Because we have
Oh,
Twiggy
Mr.
that
Mouse.
helps with
Right.
the medical stuff in the medical lab.
Yeah.
So usually they, so I thought maybe twig blights did it, and then she said, "But twig blights, we never see them." But then she remembers we see them in the garden, and now I think she's in the garden looking for Chef Twig blights. Hello, Stark.
Chef
No,
Twig
they're very
blights?
picky about
That's fair.
It's a Risei thing.
Actually,
She thinks that twig blights might be what is responsible for the food that magically appears to us.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Is that the weirdest idea? I mean,
I have been one. I mean, I've asked
We
it
have.
before.
Blood for a long time.
That is Twiggy. Which, you know what?
Twiggy, yes.
When you think about where twig blights originate from, considering they come from that tree, and then it helped draw blood.
Well, no. Twig blights don't originally come from that tree. Twig blights can be found in nature. It's just that that tree happened to have a lot of twig blights.
Some of them involuntarily.
I know they show up more.
They definitely showed up more with it, but that's not where twig blights
That's
come
not
from.
hyperfan.
Twig blights are natural creatures.
My brain.
They're
I
probably
mean,
That's
we've
a
had
possibility.
more than recently. We had like 15 in the garden the other day.
in need of a reenchantment.
What the heck?
Oh, there was the
Yeah.
fight between Cadet Lux and Cadet Ryder.
Huh.
Oh, this just looks
Now, the thorn blights, those, I believe, came directly from that tree, because those were completely new things. So much so that we had to
Probably.
name them.
How is he?
Yeah.
Bigger
What was it? There's the
stronger
thorn
finishing
blights,
touch
and
like
then
that
what was the
man as
other
usual.
thing?
The slime molds.
Increased his armor now. He has almost.
Sorry,
like
Gallant.
full
We've
magic
taken
armor.
over your
Was
seats.
that's what it was?
Yeah,
The
you
mold, something mold.
Yeah,
Well,
the slime
we're
that
kind of
would
fine. It
infect
usually has
things.
become the gathering table after other squads don't have
Yeah,
most of them in there.
Kind of teeth.
Yeah.
Everyone else leaves.
I don't think the slime molds
taking
had
that
teeth.
seat?
Yeah.
They were just slimy things.
I'm gonna sit.
What do you think,
I'm
Yo?
trying to remember what the thing. I'm trying to.
Is it
The
a
thing that
pie?
infected my arm
Yes, it's a
way back then.
Oh. I don't remember what that one's called, actually.
I need to get a fork.
I don't. I just remembered it looked very similar to those things that we came across out there
That would make sense.
near the not dead tree area, but the
Yeah, what do you need a fork for?
Actually, one moment.
where Flora went to check on all those
Yeah,
trees.
This is me a pain in the ass.
There was things that looked very similar to them, so it made me worry that they were the contaminated
Just wipe
creatures.
Well, all the
Great
beings
one?
that were connected to that tree, I believe either
Oh,
lost
that
their
one.
connection or died
I'm gonna have to figure out
Yeah.
which
when
one
it
like
when it
that.
was killed. So I think at least in that regard we're fine.
Poison, even though I normally find the poison anyway.
If you're doing monster studies, Hannah and I are always available to help you suss things out.
What?
These beings wouldn't exactly be regular monsters that are as easy to study, as Hannah could probably attest. They were
Which
uniquely
ones?
created by a being called the Gold Dynasty.
Oh, that. Yeah, that was a. There was a religious cult around them.
Are you having lemon pie?
Have you heard of Norian?
Yes. Yes.
I have to tell you the story at
The
some
fall
point.
of Norian.
Would you like some lemon pie?
In the past 2
Briefly,
years.
yes.
Honestly,
Stay
yes.
out of the political side of things. Ah.
We caused the end of that.
Feels
We did
in
not
lots
cause the
of
start
ways.
of that.
That is fair. But
We
we know the
ended it.
reason the city has become essentially barren. Because everyone left after we
Because it was a whole
You made-
culture
what did you
cultists
do-
before.
what?
Brainwashed cultists. Okay, there was a tree somewhere in Noria.
My
There was a
God.
tree somewhere in Noria that was controlling. Well, not just that. It was a conduit for controlling, or was the actual tree controlling people?
It was actively
Or was it a
controlling
conduit?
As
Okay, yes,
someone
the tree was
controlled by the tree,
actively.
it was actively controlling people.
Right, that's when I had to shoot Vivina. I remember that.
Yeah, that's when Mason stopped my heart. It was
Right.
Okay.
So we're going back. Sorry. There was a tree, and it was they called it Yimra, because that was their god. And instead it was actually this cult was full of brainwashed people that were brainwashed by this tree, to do its bidding, and it eventually took the entire city of Noria. And at some point, we found out about it. Some of our people got brainwashed. They ended up going there. We ended up going with. And we had to burn down the tree, effectively.
Okay.
And end the cult. And the control that the Gathias tree had on the city. Which eventually destabilized the city into ruin. But no more cultists.
Huh.
The whole city was practically cultists.
What were they doing bad? Other than being cultists?
They were trying to take other people and make them part of the tree, either through killing them or making them soil fertilizer or just feeding it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, they were a bad cultist. But
Yeah, and those trees are made in a very horrible way.
We're here.
right, exactly. I know we have a book about that somewhere.
If I recall, it's some kind of ritual after. I think it was staking a vampire against the tree and doing a ritual with the vampire.
You got a problem with
It's
that?
pretty much a vampiric tree.
Oh,
No, it's,
do you not like them? Oh, you do like them, okay.
They're not taking over Paprika's position.
They're not taking.
That's your mascot.
They're not taking
Yes.
Paprika's place. We've established that.
what is Paprika's place?
You haven't seen them? They're upstairs on
I mean,
in the hookah lounge. They've been chilling there on the couch.
No, this is. I didn't know Paprika had a place. To be honest, I feel like they've taken it.
This place, no.
Oh no,
I
don't
didn't
do
either.
this.
They want to go in the
Don't do
last
this.
They were there.
Like,
Trust me, it's more trouble than it's worth.
I mean,
For that one's safety, do not say that to Misty.
I'm sure they could handle themselves.
She'll end up fighting. She'll end up having Paprika and them fight to the death.
Hello, Dita.
Very battle.
You really want to see that, don't you? Sorry. Hi. Yes.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
wanted to honestly say good job.
Okay.
Yes, I don't know where
Sometimes they have
everyone up to
talents.
though. Maybe tomorrow if I can find you both.
Oh,
I'd like to get you both to talk to. Okay. Right. Oh, there's Paprika.
Slam Paprika at the table.
There's my chicken.
Oh, Arbor. Wait, never mind. We can have this talk right now. Dita, come here.
Just showed up.
Do you mind having a talk now?
Table, just...
Yes, apologies.
Dita, do you mind?
Lemon. You know, you can have
All right, let's go.
Lemon's fine. Wait, what's wrong with lemon?
It's probably not healthy for a rooster.
When I say the explosion was massive,
I honestly don't know.
There's so many things.
Did you really?
massive explosion. We still don't know what.
Bile.
It's a cannibal
Bile.
chicken.
There's only 2 kitchens.
Oh wait, you're right. I forgot.
Why
What?
are you getting mad at me? She's been doing this before I even got here.
My mind has been busy. Give me a break.
What is Paprika?
Most likely the reason why nobody has
Yes.
Oh, normal chicken that I painted Faye paint.
is because they're in the
Uh,
kitchen.
actually, or
I forgot you did that.
Yeah, it's a chicken.
It's a normal chicken with a bad habits.
She painted it with Fey paint, thinking of herself.
Most of the professors are very resourced when it
I
comes
see.
to certain things, so have faith.
That's why it has a
Why
like
did
a
that
painted
great?
mask.
I'm saying it's for aesthetic.
That there is on this campus.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was a
man.
normal white feathered chicken when she got it.
Good to know we
Unless they're
don't
hiding
have.
it.
We have at least one thing in common.
They could be hiding the kitchen.
What?
what?
Who care for me must have a certain image. They must at least dress them.
That's not fair. I
Crunchy
finished
pancakes?
mine.
Perhaps the
Augusta,
You have some really crinkly waffles.
Sorry. Grab you another bag.
A bag of waffles.
Augusta, you should have unwrapped the pancakes before.
Are they frozen?
Straight from the
I think you
freezer.
I think you grabbed the wrong plate.
Straight from the room.
I think the chef's made a mistake.
No, I grabbed it right. No, I got it.
No.
The right plate, surely.
You're just jealous.
Oh my god, I can hear the empty bag that you have in your clothes. Here, take a new one. Jeez.
You don't need to sneak the chips.
I know we have a kitchen, and I've delivered plenty of.
Where did those go?
See, she was trying to hide them again in her top.
See, this is the point.
How do you have so much room in there?
Just getting a new bag, you're opening the old one, opening the new.
Wouldn't you like to know, weather boy?
Wow.
On their work.
No, why are you doing this? You're so horrible.
I'm gonna actually come and sit here.
Well, you gotta call them a topic now.
Wait, Hannah's not
Yummy, yum.
Don't eat the plate too.
The unholy sandwich. It's a
unholy sandwich, yes.
It's a waffle and
Oh my god.
Wow.
Is a plate enjoyable too?
Just is that hot sauce? Are you just drinking hot sauce?
No. That's vodka.
Oh, you just poured it.
No hot sauce.
Oh, okay.
It's my dipping
What the
sauce.
fuck? I don't know what I just said.
I think that was just Ellie.
Okay. Sure.
I think.
What is it that you're thinking?
Where the... I hope.
What?
Your
What?
man left you after realizing.
Bile hasn't been here.
Pile's
Do you
gone.
take your medicines?
Wow, doesn't exist.
I knew I was gonna go crazy eventually.
You're creating your own girlfriend.
He's my lover, it doesn't exist.
Yeah. You know, that's anybody who decides to end up with Ida, they're gonna have to always think, am I think does she really exist?
You got some gulkin fish with them chips?
Like,
No, they
I
have
would be so
steak.
paranoid to be like,
Right,
maybe
right.
I imagined
Oh.
them this whole time.
My boyfriend's got fish. If I had one.
There's also fish here.
Nice.
What are you talking about? You've been single all year.
Faculty.
Oh,
God, don't.
just faced into your dish.
It's okay. The accident wasn't your fault. You need to get out over it. It wasn't your fault.
Why you have not seen the cook is because he's busy in the kitchen.
I'm gonna be single forever.
What?
We're not allowed to go into.
Fine. This is where we
You
start
know.
the fight.
We don't know.
It has been illusion.
Oh, jeez.
How fucking good is that?
Pretty good.
Finger looking good, I guess.
Finger
You
looking
made me
good. Oh
drop
my god.
one.
You went
You baby
I
going
mean,
to
like that.
Valley girl for a second. You
Fucking
Yeah.
salt lambs head down on the table.
Ever
I
act
was in like
is
Central
this,
EO.
is this your hinge moments?
Your royalties are coming out.
Your royal ass is coming out.
I do still December, hold on.
My assness is coming.
I know.
Why do you think I had to look away?
Focus more on your studies than worrying about where.
Your Highness, Your Highness coming out.
Your Chinese.
Your Highness.
I'm just gonna go to your high ass.
You do good work, Reese. I will admit you have been doing phenomenal work.
What's out there?
If I ever said any of this around your family, I'd be dead.
No, you're the fucking nod. You fucking monster.
Always improve myself.
What'd you do?
Wow.
Well, it's always me.
It's always you.
This is the sensory table.
I could eat this lemon as well.
At least it's not me anymore.
I didn't know you were liking it that much.
Not eating alone anymore.
Goddamn.
What you found?
Yeah.
A little bit sour.
Eating a shell?
There's a
Or
lemon.
are you eating an apple right now?
There's a lemon slice.
God, that's a fucking.
I mean, at least
I was a
you
little.
don't
It
have
wasn't
to sit at
ripe
the
enough.
far end of a
You didn't
table
do
with
the
father
you didn't
kind
do
of
the
staring
smolder.
down
You
at
want something
you,
else?
expecting it.
Can you show me this writing?
Yeah, give
Let him-
Rex the
Oh my
smolder.
god.
What?
Oh my god. Are you okay?
The smolder.
No, no.
Oh my god!
You know the smolder.
Well, nobody to scold at.
Greta.
I think he got bored. You need to catch up with her. You probably should.
The war room is right there.
Fidel tough.
Grab her.
If you don't mind taking
She's
this from
fast.
me. I don't feel like getting up.
Yeah,
That's a
please.
mood.
I dropped.
Thank you.
Where'd it go?
Take mine.
Okay,
Yeah.
I can't find it.
Yeah?
We told you.
What? Are you okay?
Thank you.
There's no one there.
Bile never existed.
Bile left.
So we didn't have the heart.
They've been gone. You gotta let go.
Will it ever stop the thirst for knowledge? No.
You seem.
It's been on the wall forever.
You seem confused.
Oh my god.
Don't say that.
He had it good for 2
Stop.
Yeah, he got crushed by something. I don't know.
Everybody agrees.
It's okay. It's okay. We wake him up early tomorrow morning. That's his punishment.
One sea shanty too many.
Wish I could have known Bio. Seems like he would have been a good teammate.
Put the check real fast. I'll be back.
Sure.
Because it is flabbergasted right now. She doesn't know what to do.
What if this is real?
Oh, strong
What if all of this is real?
You need that one later? I guess
Get out of my head.
Is he always like that at home?
Unsupervised.
Oh! my god.
Unfortunately, yes. Unlike him, I am not allowed to date. But that doesn't stop me from
Oh.
He gets to wake up early tomorrow.
Fair.
He knows the punishment for getting
You know what? Fair.
Is someone dead?
Oh.
that kind of earlier. I apologize for that. This deal and mine is not very complicated. Whoever can, in the best words possible, there's my family's not around. Whoever can kick his ass, I can date. Just curious.
The battle to the death.
many
That's like
already-
cancel culture. Gotta rip that.
You got a lot of options here
Some
then.
official stuff. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think he's ass handed by him.
Well, he does this thing where if I'm to find somebody to date, he fights them, and if they beat him, then they're worth my time. His words, not mine.
Sounds about right.
If they can't beat him, then they're not worth my time. And so far, that's been all of them. But that's okay.
Mm.
Well, I'm sure someone will be in contact with you then.
Do well enough to keep
Oh yeah.
And the population in Eos died out about 100 years ago.
Now,
Though I
no.
believe the Federation still has them.
Did you just
So they're still around.
Wouldn't be that.
came to visit Ascension Academy for your brother, or is there anything
They're
else?
basically just flightless griffins. For those who don't know what a hippogriff is.
I'll be right
Sorry,
back.
I'm just wondering, like, your visit. If you have any other motives aside from seeing your brother.
I thought a hippogriff was
Oh,
an eagle with a
I'm
horse body.
unsure how much I can really talk about it.
Yeah, you're fine.
Ones that I know
Sorry if it's fine too much.
are sort of more like
Although I feel like many have been talking about a manticore.
combination. They have wings, but they're not great at flying. But that could just
The
Was that?
the recent thing that happened.
I keep hearing about that.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't there for the entire thing. What I heard was that there was a guard was attacked by a manticore outside the barrier.
Oh, it was the professor.
Professor was attacked.
That's why he's in a wheelchair.
Oh, great.
Professor Oh, I didn't know. That's.
Yeah.
I thought he was just getting old.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he was
That's why
attacked by
he's
Manticore.
fucked up,
That's why he's
okay.
in a wheelchair.
Oh.
Okay, that makes more sense. Looks like it was overworking himself.
I am
Right.
merely
No,
here on
he
business for the
he appa-
whereabouts of it.
he apparently got attacked about
About
an 8 hours walk out, or well, I should say an 8 hours crawl, because after he got attacked, he crawled his way back to the academy.
Not near where I am.
Oh my lord.
How far out was he
I'll go out
alone?
tomorrow morning to check out the spot and see
Well,
if
if it was,
find anything.
well,
a
since
good
it was
idea.
about 8 hours crawling, probably like a 2 or 3 hour walk.
Just alone out there. Okay.
Yeah, I guess he was studying the area or something. I don't know.
I guess.
Oh, poor thing.
Well,
Hi, Paprika.
I actually think the
Welcome
ice
to the
shooting
Twilight
thing is
Zone.
actually
That's
the
where I
symbol
live.
of the Ender's family.
Yeah?
I think I've seen it on the
Yeah?
that's so.
Did not find them,
Oh.
but I will find them eventually.
Oh, did they
What are you looking
remove?
for?
Correct.
No. Yeah.
I think you should probably change. I think Zeffy's going crazy.
No,
Oh.
Zeffy's actually really excited because we're supposed
I don't think
to...
anyone. Hey,
Ah.
I forgot the name already. Chicken.
No, I
Don't,
think you
don't,
Paprika.
don't,
Paprika.
Yeah.
paprika.
Paprika. Let me.
They're eating your ribs.
To the right. To the right,
I
Paprika. There's
noticed.
2 fish there untouched. Have them.
Known to be a symbol of love.
There you go.
But yes, I stayed in one spot, like I was told.
In some cultures, not everybody.
Yeah.
They're meant to be very divine beings. I mean, like once you look at one, you're like, the wings are usually very pretty and stuff like that.
Like a
At least from what
unicorn,
I've
but
read.
eagle.
I think they're mostly known to be very, like.
Oh,
feathered
well, I guess
with,
you're
like,
right,
white
actually. I
and
didn't think
stuff.
about that.
Black and as well.
I meant to go EB. Let's see. I want to watch your fight
Being
though.
fine.
Are more darker colors.
Let's go see if we
Yeah.
can find out.
Lay
then,
down and
so you
watch.
can get some
Watch.
rest.
It's probably the fucking cut.
Yeah,
Honestly,
we're in.
I might...
It was
After
great.
the fight, I might get some rest myself, to be honest. It's been a day.
There's a
I
fight
can
going
imagine.
on.
Stars and Stark.
I'm gonna go beat
Oh.
Jaws in the face and prove that I'm to be trustworthy, apparently.
Okay, I take chicken.
Oh, okay.
Don't be too
It's an
hard
old
on the
thing.
boy.
I'm gonna fight him like
He's
I
still
fight
learning
Liu
ma-
Yang.
A lot more. thinner and
Alright, kick his ass.
apparently they're
It's also just as durable, so you're probably going to have to. Oh, and
Sorry,
please.
I really want to see this.
I would expect
It's a rare chance when I see someone else. There's no.
What are they doing?
Kill him, please.
Is that something we can spectate? while
There's
you wait
bar indoors.
for Finding Coretta.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you can head over there.
Oh, I'm going alone now?
They'll help clean up.
Yeah, cleaning up,
As soon as
yeah.
I, get a grip on my hand. It's deciding to just.
Yeah.
You're getting into a fight.
no!
Yeah. I'll grab this.
Don't get my bottle. That's mine. Has to have some.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Dars, don't you have to go get your butt kicked or something?
Everything.
What are you talking
Stark
about?
went
The
to the-
stairs are right here.
Stark went to
Just
the arena.
push.
Ah, good.
Yeah. I want to call dibs afterwards.
Did you just
but,
have a
not-
fucking
not
knuckle
that.
cracking sound? That's crazy.
Oh, why not? You don't have to look good in front of me. Just do it if you wish.
No, because it doesn't prove anything, despite how I want to do it.
I mean, does it ever need to prove anything? Do it just because you feel like
A
it.
bit. Not the point.
Hmm.
Not yet, at least. It's different depending on which student I'm with. Not all of them see eye to eye with me.
Yeah, no, I definitely think I think I'll leave in an hour. I'm really tired. I'll leave it free. Really tired and really hungry. Just overall have a headache. Yes. Amber. Nah, I don't want to leave yet. I don't want to miss RP.
Go for it. I mean, I would be on my balcony as well, but I kind of just wanted to sit with.
Let's see. We'll probably just head to the arena. I'm not gonna push myself too hard, Hydra. Just so you know, like I'm good. Like I ate something before we started, but I didn't get like my dinner. But it was like enough. I've eaten and drinking something at least. I do have a little bit of a headache, but that's fine. Yeah. Might be a fight is right. That's where we gotta go. That's where we gotta go. Vanguard FM.
It is still shared, yes.
Alright. If you want to just grab her, the one next to yours.
Okay.
Your squad and Gavin were convincing me that you didn't exist and you were just a figment of my imagination.
They were trying to make you think you were crazy.
Oh, you found a bottle! You did it!
Who are you
took
talking
your
to?
medicine.
What? Bitch!
Oh,
You
okay.
talking to yourself again?
Well,
Like you usually do?
easy.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brute strength versus technical prowess.
We gotta comply.
Well, it is brute
take the
strength
pills.
versus Stark and was told not to have any limit aside from not killing him.
Stock was told not to have any limit?
Stark. Stars is fighting Stark to prove to he can trust him.
Where's medical?
So therefore, I
Just you?
I'm here. Risei here.
Oh,
so
you'll probably live then. Hopefully.
fight.
Oh. Hey, you're also medical squad too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying you're also here.
Okay, well I guess I am now part of this adventure.
Nope.
Hopefully they know how to hold some level of
Well, again,
You said that Stark said don't hold back.
apparently the agreement.
No, Stark was told to not hold back.
So Stark won't be holding back
Dars
except for
told-
not killing him.
Dars told Stark not to
can't we
hold
just
back.
have
And
people
not
do
to
things
maim. And not maim.
Define
He was
normal
also
around
made
here.
promise not to maim.
I would like them to be finished and not require focused medical attention afterwards.
Throw them healing potions, and they understand that they cannot get patch shoulders.
Stark did say he won't cut off Dar's hand like he did Victor.
Ooh.
Was made promise
That is
not
such
to
a low
maim.
bar to clear.
Was made to promise not to maim.
Hey, Paprika.
Emotional
Oh,
support
Stark,
chicken.
damn, Stark, you're so mean.
Not holding back.
Yeah, no, he's.
Oh my, he has
If
practice.
this is about the
That was really good.
during Seymour, then I can see why.
It is.
Yeah, no.
Dars has been wanting to fight Stark to prove that Dars can trust him.
Fuck, I need
And
this.
the only way he'll do that is by fighting him. And Dars told him not to hold back.
Guys, we need to go fucking ham on Leneth with the model. We need to put so many fucking
So,
magic
now we're
effects on
here.
him.
That feels.
It
weird.
feel like
It's an orc. It's an orc thing.
yeah.
Okay.
If they can trust your strength in battle, then they can trust you as a person.
Oh.
Meaning, in a sense, if they are a strong combatant, he doesn't have to worry about them running away. Or leaving them. Things like that. Like, obviously,
Emotional
retreat the thing,
support
but
chicken.
if they are a strong fighter, then the chances of them being a coward and leaving them in a fight is low.
Looks like it.
Nope. Dars is too stubborn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the muscle will have to fail eventually.
And he's abandoning the
Yeah,
shield.
he's putting down the shield. He's getting angry.
Well, now he's really gonna take some damage. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunate.
He's not gonna stop until he collapses.
That's like a strong amount of people in this school.
Oh, he's
Not
just
you, not you,
headbutting
not
him.
you. Ow!
Oh.
Hi.
Oh.
What the?
Yeah, well, since we gotta deal with both of them, I gotta be comfortable here. Oh, they're already done. That's unfortunate.
Dars, just stay down, please. Come on.
You might.
He is.
There we go.
Thank God.
Alright. Go get in there.
Must have been the wind.
Oh, you return. I was about to go and have a little freedom and walk.
He's not yielding.
He's still not yielding. He's still fighting. Well, I mean, yeah, of course, he's an orc. He's not gonna yield.
Oh, thank God he's done. Never mind, he's not done.
Never
his leg.
mind.
You sounded so disappointed.
He doesn't need to be maimed. Stat. One moment.
I'm gonna go grab.
I could go knock him down.
Oh. Don't. This is unearthing for him.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go.
Oh, they're doing. Oh, they're doing.
I'm gonna go
crunchies
grab
now.
a
Okay.
medkit from medical
All right.
really quick.
All right. We'll let you know if he
I got
dies when you
one
get
if you want
back.
it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Gimme.
I
Damn.
have other things too, like blood bag and potions in my little kit, if you need it.
Actually, I haven't had the chance to watch.
Most likely need potion. Or just in case. Stark may need mana. Dars may need the health.
Oh, yeah, here's that one. I tried to. Oh, excuse me. There you go. I'm sorry,
That's
I'm
it.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm gonna stay near.
I'm always prepared. On my head. I need. It's for me. It's for me.
I got side.
I got a migraine.
About
Cadet, the medical
something
squad
right.
has triage set up in case
Like
of an incident.
you're seeing.
I know Group C is on watch, which I think includes.
Yeah, you really like to talk with your
Iris?
fists.
Oh shit.
Otherwise, you have Gavin for healing.
First aid kit nearby.
We have some defense area.
Iris is equipped with a first aid kit.
My hands good to walk, right?
Yeah, she's got it.
Can I do it?
Rise was here. I don't know if Rise left.
Yeah, I fucking do. I thought you were trying. No.
Cortez, are you medical now, or are you still in training?
No, I finished.
Right. Okay. That's 2 medical on
I
standby.
can't really, do anything about what he's doing to himself, though. He's just kind of.
No, but numbers matter more than some things. As long as you're here.
Fair enough. Come on, Dars. Swing wide. What did you do with Stark, huh? What's his weak point?
No, he's
How do I
fine.
get around that?
Good luck with that. Alright. Set the rulings to Stark. He has to break a leg or an arm. His choice.
Let's see. What is he missing?
Yes.
I want to see the power of the ring. Look
Yeah, fuck you.
You don't see.
He's missing
You
a way
see
to
it?
actually grapple him.
Oh, what the fuck?
Shit.
It's my ring erase.
But sizing up my knuckles for you.
Well, why are you like this?
Emotional support pets. Pet. There you go. My pet chicken.
Intense amounts of winds.
Okay.
Prepared for that.
Yeah, keep it up.
He doesn't have any way of immobilizing
I
Stark.
mean, he could
You'll live.
No, Dars is completely on the loss regardless of
No,
he
but
was already done from the beginning.
I'm just thinking if I were in this situation, what would I need that I don't have already?
Consider it.
To do with Dars or Stark?
Stark. Dars is no problem.
Dars is extremely complicated since the entire field is his plaything.
So Stark can create a wind typhoon.
Yeah.
Your way of dealing with him is like dealing with any other mage.
Yeah.
Make sure he doesn't do the first move. The moment he continues, then to the next one. You're extremely about to either receive lots of damage or just be downfall from there.
Power word.
Prevent him. Be faster. Try to be faster, if not smarter.
That's how magic works, right?
Projectiles might not work well against him. I'll have to focus on my
Powered.
other magics.
Knuckles.
I mean, the other suggestion would have been Stark suffocating him, but we don't want brain damage.
With what? Oh.
You kept trying to tackle
No, I
him.
get it.
Remember?
No, I remember because what's his face is still missing. Bernard?
Go,
Bernandez?
Barthol.
Alright,
Barthol.
then. Doc me at one point. He did get me on the side one good time.
Wait, what? Okay.
So dock me 1 point. He got me on the side one good time.
Good. Single punch your entire life. Let's see how that goes in the battlefield.
Oh,
Yes, it
okay.
does, Joe.
How does power word work?
Power word. You say the word and it gives power.
Okay, you wanna see one I've been working on?
You want to see one I've worked on?
Oh God.
You're scaring me. Let me show you mine first before you beat the shit out of me. Power word knuckles.
Oh, that's a powerful one. I'll
Yeah,
just tell
what's
you what
yours?
mine is. You can figure out if you want me to use it on you or not. It's called concussive
Okay, hit me.
blast. Would you like to see it in action? Oh wait, you just did. Does 3 times in a row.
So, what was the verdict? You broke something, or did he yell
I
by
hope I
just
didn't
your?
break anything. I did just try and push him. I was hoping not to break, but he was kind of going very hard.
Gotcha.
Anyone else wish to utilize the facility before I put the barrier down?
Darkadi went his round.
It's kind of tempting, but I have to talk to.
There's a bird behind you.
Oh, also, we were talking at dinner. You missed it. About how the diabats are somewhat similar to a myth from your home.
You want your peanuts?
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's a book I read while I was staying in Isadel, for your family's library, about the symbol that is on your family crest.
I'll be putting the barrier down.
Oh, really?
Until it is required.
Okay, I'm
Why
gonna
are
go
you being
put
so weird right
Paprika back in chicken house, and then I'm probably gonna go to bed. So good night, everyone.
Understand. Thank you.
Good night.
Good
I'm
night.
probably gonna get some rest as well.
Rest as well.
Oh, it is about that.
I kind of want to as well. I have a
It
migraine.
is.
I'm almost. Yeah. I'm.
No, pretty soon I'm gonna teach them to track.
Yeah, it's a good
so I
time.
can find people.
Are you gonna go
I'll
to
just
sleep
talk
early, Jeff?
to
I'm thinking about it.
Victor for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't really have anything
I'm
else to do
thinking about
tonight.
it.
Power word?
Just go read up.
You gotta
I'm trying to find
Well,
stuff.
there's Cortez if you want to bet Cortez, or there's Gavin.
I think.
Barely, Yang. You wanna see a match?
Oh,
I literally am getting nothing but
Power
nothing
word.
in crumbs.
Well, maybe you just need to try harder. You ever thought about that?
I'm trying as hard as I can, sis.
That's not mine, actually.
Make sure you count all your fingers.
Shit, is it still full?
I did
Yeah, it
kiss
is.
him.
who'd you kiss?
Liang.
All right. No, that sounds about right. Oh, ah.
I would not put that behind you.
I was looking to
That was what I was trying to get.
earn my respect, not to break my body. No, but
What?
I was for something else.
Liang behind me.
Yeah, I
I
know.
mean-
I got that. Just took me a second.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Well, you asked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I might into an early rest as well. I don't really have anything else to do tonight. I'm pretty tired.
Morning training though.
Sure. Yeah, we can start. We can talk about it and get
All
figured
right.
out what to do next.
You, Grub, you, Lux, Gavin, and anybody else kind of conceal themselves with some type of aura or like a
Asian
protective
motherfucker.
magic?
I don't know. I think that's it, right? Myself,
Who's the
Lux,
nimble fucker?
Gavin.
I don't know. I just got here.
Stock.
Oh.
And full body enchantment. That's all I can
Who
think
else
of.
would somebody?
Good spot.
Oh,
I see
there
what
is
he's gotta
Flora,
do
right? Can't
for
she
our
sort of,
missions
you know, dig into the plants and sort of just kind of disappear?
Oh, you could ask.
Or is that less magical and more?
Are you worried about people
In a
going?
good way.
Are you wanting to track people who are invisible as well?
No, it's well, it depends on the type. I do want to practice on Victor and see if I can
There's
track him
Victor
through
and
his magics.
Bile as well. I think is something like that you could track.
That
So-
would be interesting to see.
But maybe grab those two.
On
as
one
well.
part, I want to be able to keep track of my teammates, but on the other hand, I want to see if I'm capable of tracking somebody who's trying to become untraceable.
Yeah. Well, again, mine. You have to see. I
I'm
imagine.
going to walk for a teeny bit. I'm not
All
going
right.
far.
I imagine
Alright.
that my enchantment spell, my ray form, would make it easier to track me. because it's coding myself in magic.
It's a magical projection.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it should make it much easier to
It's
track me.
less so tracking you, more so where I can actually strike you.
Maybe I'll just.
I've started to figure out more and more.
Good idea. I'll teach myself how to be untracked, and then we can see if it still works. I'll take some time though. If I can figure that out, probably can. Probably can't be that hard to learn a spell that hides your trace, as long as you focus on it. Ah.
Never tried.
I'll do that. All right. I am going to get some rest, and I'll look into that tonight as well. And if I can figure something out for that, then that'll
Alright,
make
I'll
your
catch you in the
training
morning.
even better. Yes.
Okay, so you're good.
I'll go this way.
I'm good. Just taking it easy for the rest of the night, but I'm good.
What about you, Misty?
Cool. That's a cool spell. I basically, for like in Hunter x Hunter, how they hide their Nen signature or whatever. That's what we're gonna try and learn. What?
Hi. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine. I'm
Not sure I
normal.
want to know.
Look,
Do you enjoy secrets, Leneth?
That depends.
Oh. Fun secrets.
Depends on the
I don't
secret.
know what it exactly means. I mean, clearly we have to figure it out.
Victor about his
but who
dark
knows?
secrets.
Oh yes, definitely. Ask him about his dark
I'll
secrets.
encourage you anyways. This is not a demand.
The secrets he hides in the shadows.
Right. I'm sure he has plenty.
Yeah.
We're in the shrubbery.
I'll think on that. I'll think on that.
The secrets in the shrubbery.
Good luck.
You knew it.
Either way, I'm gonna go take a walk. No, I'm probably gonna go to bed.
Get a glass of milk before bed.
I told him to go to bed early anyway, because he's gonna take a very long time to fall asleep after the news he just got.
No, makes sense.
Stark, I take it.
Speaking about bile, but yes.
Stark is included, but yeah. Guaranteed just involving the US is really something. Now I also realizing that Jamie isn't Jamie's group is leading the main force against Starks and Miles. Infighting, what a mess. Anyways.
I don't know what to say, because, like, there's always fighting where we're from. There's always something.
I don't know what to say because I hate EOS.
But yeah, no. I just wanted to talk to you, Victor, in general, because I feel like between all the squads, I don't think I have made a connection mostly with Ignis, and I wanted to start with you, after all. If it's gonna be mostly a start. Well, opening a door at the beginning. Connection will be dependent after then.
Howdy, howdy.
You know, in Gallant, we love to focus on filling up roles that other squads are missing. Any small detail that you miss, we'll be filling it up. And make sure that other squads make sure to complete the roles to the utmost best.
And you're doing what other squads are not.
Alright, time for bed. Alright, gamers. Let's get invisible and respawn just because I want to go fly somewhere immediately because I'm fucking tired and hungry.
See, I guess probably like next week sometime, or if you're in Mary's stream or something, you'll probably hear me. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
There they go. Oh no.
Who just said that?
Oh no. Hey, what's going on? What?
I'm putting my headset down.
Alright. Hey, what time?
Take your pills, Gog.
Huh?
Take your pills.
What do you mean?
Not you when you're off your medication.
I actually do need to go take my pills, you're right.
Take your pills quickly.
I promise, it's not for that though. I'm not crazy, I promise. I'm not crazy. Not
Gotta
crazy.
let go of Bile and Augusta, man. They died long time ago.
I can't, it's my gaslight.
They're both gone.
They're both fucking gone. Everybody's fucking gone. Lem's alone. He killed everybody. It's fine. Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. I'm tired. Alright, gamers. Thanks for coming out. I don't want to fix Leneth's eye tracking. Like, it's fine, but I just don't like how it looks when it looks down. I want to fix his neutral expression. I've never been content with it. Like I like it a lot more on the true face. But I think his lips are slightly too high up. All right. You guys are coming? Yeah, we'll see. I should. It's gonna be really fun if I do get to do these like changes I want to do, because the one thing, because I'm essentially going, my intention is to like illusion the shit, like if I get to do it, so that nobody sees the changes. But if I get like, some of the changes won't be able to be illusioned away, which would be a slight height increase and probably a muscle mass increase. Which would be really funny. People would be like, Leneth, did you get taller? And I literally just have to gaslight people into saying, no, what are you talking about? No, did I get taller? What? That's weird. How would I get taller? Anyway. Yeah, that'll be funny. Oh, who is it? Who's coming? That dagger? There's dagger over there. Dagger's in the background. Look over there. We're over there. Alright, I'll see you gamers later. Thanks for coming out tonight. If you like the stream, you know. You know what? Is there someone in the raid? Hold on. Ooh, there is. People are still streaming. I forgot it's early yet. Fuck it. We ball. We're gonna raid Shanrock. I need to put something on my list. Alright, hop on that raid, gamers. Alright, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.